welcome to Grace and Fire. My name is Glenda, and I am so excited for today. I went to the mailbox and I picked up a couple pieces of mail, and I can't wait to share with you guys. I hope that each of you are having a wonderful day. I hope that you're staying dry and warm if you're in a cold climate. Of course, if you're in a nice one, then, there's that. Anyhow, if you're in the chat, say hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, hey there, Mom. Welcome. I'm so glad you are joining me. You are also backstage. So hello to my mother. Anyhow, so today I went to the post office, and like I said, I picked up a couple of things. I was really excited. So I thought I would share that with you. For those who don't know, Joe over at Garden State Gardener has this fantastic Sunday Fun Day contest, I guess, or giveaway, I should say. And also, I have joined the Jelly Bean Club. And if you're not part of his clubs and don't have a membership, what are you waiting for? I mean, he sends you seeds from time to time. I'm the Zucchini Club. Excuse me. I said Jelly Bean. I'm looking at the wrong one. I have my little list. So anyhow, Joe sent me over some lettuce. They're the Solar Flare. And just take a look at that color. I mean, I don't know if it's showing across the screen very well, but it's like a really pretty red. So pretty. And then he sent me purple plum radish. And honestly, I've never seen the purple ones before. So I'm excited to give that a try. These are really good if you roast them in a pan with some olive oil, some salt and pepper. So, these are really good. So thank you so much, Joe. Real quick, I just saw Jesse and Lisa came in. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead. Annette, welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So the other thing that happened, I don't know how long this has been sitting at the mailbox. To be perfectly honest, I didn't even have a packing slip in my mailbox for a package. I took another box in. I'm participating in Indiana Backyard Gardener, her seed swap. And so I took some seeds to the mailbox today to send off to her. And the gentleman behind the counter, he goes, oh, that's your address? And I went, yeah, that's my address. And he goes, we have a big box for you in the back. And I went, huh? And he goes, yeah, we have a big box for you. And to be honest with you, I was absolutely confused because those of us who have P.O. boxes know that you get a little slip, and either you have to pick it up behind the counter, or most of the time you go to a bigger box and you get it out. And so he said, yeah, we've got this package in the back and it's for you. And I was like, okay. And then I stood at the post office with this big box going, okay, who is this from? What did I win? I seriously, I've forgotten. And it's been a while. So I'm going to apologize. I don't know what happened, like how long it had been sitting at the mailbox. But again, I didn't get a packing slip. The guy just told me about it. But I do remember winning this. This is from Andale Homestead. I won this Emerald, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyhow, you can see it right there. It's a stool that you take out to the garden, and it's really good for the knees. So what the idea is, you put your knees here, and then you can use these as a handle to brace yourself to get up. And it's got the little tote bag, so you can put your tools here, which I have some really nice shears that I use, and then I have a knife that I use to cut the soil. So I'm really excited to be able to use this. And then you can flip it over if I don't hurt myself. And you can sit on it too as a little bench out in the garden. So I'm really excited about that. But not only that, let me set that down. It came with this little tool. Look, there's the brand name. And little gloves, which I love gloves, so you don't get your hands all dirty and get the dirt up in your nails. So I'm so excited. Mr. Grayson Fire took a look at this with me and he was like, "That's nice." And I'm like, "Yeah, that is nice. It's going to be used because the garden is doubling in size this year." So I am really excited. So thank you to Ann Dale and thank you to Joe at Garden State Gardener. Let me just take a look and see who's in the chat. Wendy at Hardknack Farms. Welcome. So yes, we love Ann Dale, Mom. Yes, we do. All right. Well, I have half of the Ann Lynn show in the backstage right now, and I am so excited to bring her up. Now we will have both. The other one is on her way, which is okay. Take your time. She has an important mission that she's on. But I am so happy to bring her up. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. Here we go. Hey, Mom.
Hi, honey. Mwah, from your mommy.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. How are you?
I am doing well today. It's Monday.
Whoop,
Woohoo!
whoop.
Woohoo! It's when we get back to getting the house back in order after the weekend. You
Oh, I
know.
hear that one.
Yep.
Oh,
So
yes.
the hubby went off to work this morning, and that's Dave of Dave's Gaming Caves.
Yes.
And so yeah,
Yes.
so he went off to work, and then I got off to work, and cleaning the bathrooms and laundry, and but I got to say, I found a new house device that I think in love with. Whoops,
Okay.
I hit my
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't
Earthquake.
you?
Earthquake. Justina, good morning. Lynn will be here in a little while. So glad you're here, Shastina.
And
Yeah,
Wendy
earthquake. My
says
knee
hello.
hit that. So you had one of these, you have one of these things. And when we were home at
Okay.
Christmas, Dave decided he wanted one for his
Oh,
man
yeah.
cave, right? Which is it's in a separate building. It's over our garage. He's got a finished room up there. So yeah, he's not like how men are. They tend not to
Okay.
dust and sweep and all that kind of stuff. So he bought one of these vacuums, these robot vacuums, and I was like, "Whoa, I think I want one for the house, honey." So I
Yes.
so I did you're right that well, now I'm gonna take this back. They have been half price clearance
Yes.
on the walmart.com.
So
So
we're
I
talking about a robot vacuum cleaner.
oh yeah. And so I bought one for the main floor.
Mhm.
OMG. Now if I could just had a robot that did windows.
Yeah.
I need a
Yeah.
one of those George Jetson Rosie the robots. But yeah. So I bought one, and then we do have an upstairs where the bedrooms are. And I was like,
Yeah.
hmm. So I invested in a second one that was on clearance, half price. And oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. So I got the robots going and laundry going. And so, yeah, busy Monday, but not too busy to be here. So, oh, Shastina, we missed too. Well, we still do lives occasionally and put out some content. So please keep subscribed to us and you will get those notifications if you hit the bell. And
And
I want to
hello to
welcome,
Feathered Friends Homestead. Thank you
oh,
for
Feathered Fresh
joining.
Homestead. I'm not in the chat right. Well, I'm still there, but
It's
I'm not.
hard to see, I think, where you're
It is
sitting at.
hard to see because you have to go back and forth to type and all that jazz. But
No problem. No problem. We're
nice
going to
to
give
see
Grace.
everybody
Yes,
here.
half price. Yes. I paid full price. So I got mine a year ago. Actually, I got it for free.
Well,
So
Yeah,
I
you
got it
did,
for
and
yeah. Yes, I
these are
did. Yes,
so Walmart was getting rid of their 2022 models because the 23s are out, and it's the Shark vacuum. So,
yes,
if you're
and
wondering,
I
it's the
earned
Shark.
mine because 'cause I'm a Costco member.
You get that big membership
Yes. Yeah,
advantage, don't you?
there is. It pays to shop at Costco. And oh, my grandson driving me like using a remote control car with the remote. LOL. Yeah. Yes. But so I got mine last year with my Costco money. I had had my eye on it for about 5 or 6 years, and I'm like, "Oh, they're so expensive." I wanted the other brand, to be honest with you. And so it was like, "Well, we've got this Costco money, that they give you once a year for being a member if you take their business plan," which we do. And hey, Rebecca, welcome. Welcome.
Welcome,
And
Rebecca! And
so
you shop there quite a bit, so
Well, because it's cheaper than for me to go there than it is to go to my local grocery store. The price per ounce for me is a lot cheaper. So I
yeah,
do
'cause
shop at
you
Costco, and you have to know how to shop Costco
Becky
too.
Benton is here. Whoop, whoop. Becky has
I
been one of our followers too, and
Yeah.
Shastina. So I'm so happy
Yes,
that
yes.
everybody I'm happy that the ladies are here and all of your
Absolutely.
community. This is such a wonderful community. The
It
chicken
is.
crazy chicken people like you, the
Yeah, so I don't
gardeners.
know how well this is gonna show in the background. So these are my flowers that we're looking at from last spring.
Oh yeah, the
That
beautiful
isn't that
purple and
pretty?
purpley pink and yes,
So
and the
this is
green.
kind of a bummer because you can't quite see this very well, but I actually wanted this as my background. Hang on. There we go. These are actually my little ladies, but we're just looking at tail
All you
feathers.
can see is
And there's
tails. There's a chicken
and there
head.
that's
Oh,
Minnie.
there's
Yep.
it.
There's
Yep.
chicken tenders way over there,
We'll leave
midnight,
it
and
going. I
then
think
Chanel.
that's cute.
I don't know. I don't want to make anybody dizzy. So if y'all get dizzy, let me know. But these are my hens. Um and they are so sweet. Minnie had just quit laying eggs, which when it goes back to it, you'll see it. She is a lighter pink. So that
You're
she was
getting
getting
some
ready to start
eggs
her
now,
molt.
aren't you? You're getting some
I am.
eggs.
I am
Isn't that
getting
cool?
yes, yes. At least an egg every day now. And 2 eggs every few days because somebody else is starting to come back up online. Sounds kind of funny, but they're slowly coming out of this season of rest, and they are starting to lay again because now we're on the other side of the solstice. So there's more sun for the girls, which is what they need. But yes, we are crazy chicken people. So welcome,
You
Wendy, to the
are.
being a new
Woo!
crazy chicken lady.
Woo!
Wendy,
Welcome.
I want to know how. Well, you need to get chickens. Okay, so we're gonna have a conversation about that in a second, Mother. But I have a plot. No, um,
For chickens?
for chickens.
Where?
So what we could do is I have found them. If you are on Instagram, look for Hens of GF. It's for Grace and Fire.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yes, I've seen these.
Yes. Yes. So my girls actually have an Instagram page. So I'm trying my best to post something daily on the girls. And Chanel, you need to go see how she dressed up. That might be your solution. She dresses up. You've got to find out what your team colors are in your city and then get the right little outfit. Just like I
What
like
about your
Chanel.
favorite football team?
You could do your favorite football team and then they would totally blend into your little city. I'm just teasing.
Mm. Well,
Yes, I have
here's what I'm thinking.
okay.
Um, I can, buy a chicken,
Uh-huh.
and you can take care of it for me, and
Okay. But
you could gather its eggs up
okay.
and keep them for me.
I can freeze dry them and
You can
mail them to
freeze you
you.
can do all the work and just I'll get the benefit of having I'll buy a chicken. Oh, how about
And
That.
And then when I
You can bring
vacation,
me my eggs, right? "Here's your eggs,
well,
mom."
on vacation, I'm gonna be bringing all of the girls with me because
Oh,
Ohana means family. Family means you don't leave nobody behind.
nobody
So
left
road
behind.
trip with the chickens.
Or I could just, like, adopt a chicken and, like
Sponsor a chicken.
oh, that's it, sponsor a chicken, send you money every
Sponsor a
once in a
chicken.
while, right?
Uh-huh.
Send
Yeah,
you
sure.
money every once in a while for its feed and upkeep and all that kinda stuff,
Sure.
and or I could buy a chicken and you could be its boarder like a horse, you know how they board horses?
They board yeah, we'll board the
And you can be my boarder, where you have to feed
uh-huh.
them and take care of them. That's
Sure.
another idea. You could do that for
Sure.
several people. Maybe
Make it my service pet.
you could
Actually,
actually make money doing this. Board a chicken with Glenda of Grace and Farm
actually, there is a thing for that.
for, like, $20 a month,
Mhm.
or 25 a month, and then she'll
Mhm.
freeze dry your eggs and send them to you through the mail,
Yes. That's what we're
right?
gonna
But
do.
you'd have to pay the cost of the mailings. We would,
Right.
the
Right.
person
Right. Yeah,
sponsoring the
'cause yeah,
well,
you have
hey,
to
there's gotta be an idea in there somewhere.
I bet there is. I actually do freeze dry my eggs. And Becky, real quick. So, Minnie, which is the white chicken that you saw, the completely white one. In fact, she's over in the corner in the back there. That's Minnie. She has been dubbed. Now, keep in mind, we have a real service dog in the home, so I take the service dog thing seriously. Okay, but for fun,
For funsie.
we have for fun and not being serious, we
No.
have dubbed Minnie the service chicken because my husband has a service dog and he really does rely on them. They are critical medical equipment. I want to make that super clear. But when we're home, Minnie runs up to him and she will actually talk to him. And then if he does any like fixing anything on the coop or whatever, she supervises him. So she has been dubbed the for funsies, the
For
at
funsies.
home yes, the at home service chicken. She also has a history of a brain injury. Um so who knew chickens had brain injuries? I have not seen any articles on it. But when I took Minnie to the vet, it's been over a year now. She was walking backwards, and if you were watching Mom's channel, little over a year ago, I submitted a video because I hadn't had a YouTube channel at that time. And I asked your audience if anybody had ever seen a chicken walk backwards consistently for 2 weeks. Like it wasn't just funny, it was like a medical problem. And
Yeah.
has anybody, because I've asked everybody locally, nobody had ever seen it. I thought, well, we'll put it on your channel. Still nobody had seen it. And at that point, I decided to find a poultry veterinarian. And I took her, and he said, she actually has the signs of a traumatic brain injury. And I just sat there and I went, what? My husband has a traumatic brain injury, but that's
Who'da
due to
thunk it?
war.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk a
Who'da
chickens could
thunk
have
it?
a brain injury? So I'll be darned, he did a neurological test on her because you can do a neurological test on a chicken. And her one of her I think it was her right leg was really weak. And actually I agree with him on that one. It wasn't him just saying it because I could see it myself and what he was
Uh-huh.
doing. And I tested it on my girls when I got home. So believe the other one. So yes, her leg was weak. And so
Something.
she ended up getting some supportive medications at home, some anti-inflammatory, natural anti-inflammatory supportive, and she did get a prescription as well. So I had to keep
She's
her from the
walking
flock.
is she walking straight now?
She is walking straight. Every once in a while, I notice her going backwards. Every once in a while. And it's a
Funny.
methodic too. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the history of Minnie. And for those who don't know, my girls came from Meyer
So
Hatchery,
funny.
and she was my free bird that I took to the vet. I paid for her eventually because I took her to the vet.
You did. She was your freebie that you had to You've been
I
paying
had to
big
pay a
bucks
lot
for.
of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's another,
Yes.
thing for, I guess, veterinarians to get into is the poultry side of things.
Yeah, we
Who
need more
knew?
poultry veterinarians. I
Who
treat my chickens
knew?
at home. Yeah, I
Ah.
treat my chickens at home, and
Oh,
I'm
guys,
pretty good with the
you're
majority of the issues that we've had. We've had broken beaks. The girls have actually
yeah.
broken their beaks off.
Yes.
I have had egg binding.
And you've
I've
had, oh
dealt with
yeah.
sauerkraut, unfortunately. Traumatic brain injury. We've dealt with
Yes.
worms,
Yeah.
broken nails, you know.
Yes.
So it's kind of
And
one of those.
Bumblefoot.
And Bumblefoot. How could I forget Bumblefoot? Yes.
That's what I think
So
about because y'all had to actually do surgery on their
we
bottom of
did.
their feet.
We
And
did. We did.
you soak them in,
It was chicken tender. Chicken tender and Midnight had it. Yeah.
yeah,
You
so
soak them
you
in
had,
Epsom salt. I took a
yes.
Rubbermaid container, cut the hole out of the lid, made a nice, not warm, but like lukewarm salt or Epsom salt bath. Put her in it, put the lid on top, and then got their head out so that way, they could
They
have
can't fly out.
I was more concerned about them ducking underneath that lid. It's like make sure your
Oh,
head's
that's
out.
true too. You didn't want them to
Uh-huh.
drown.
No, and you don't
Yeah.
want that humidity up in their face either. And then
Oh,
I offered ice water. I had a little shallow dish, so they got ice water. It was like going to the chicken spa.
how goofy.
But
Goofy,
chicken
goofy.
tenders, little foot. This was like, oh gosh, several months ago that we dealt with this, and she had a little reoccurrence, so we didn't have to do surgery. I was able to get it off without having to cut it out. But her foot is now fully healed.
That's great.
It takes a while.
I mean, it is a serious situation. It is a serious
It is,
situation.
but I'll tell you, I love being a chicken keeper. I have learned so much about taking care of them, and I really feel confident now, 3 years into this, that I have actually helped another flock. I had
Yep.
a bird that was extremely ill, and
It was
first off, she was adopted by from someone with less desirable conditions. I'm going to just carefully say that.
well, well,
Uh,
there was an
but
incident and
there
it
was an
and I
incident, but come to find out, they had been in a less desirable environment. And then the incident happened.
right.
Then the entire flock was adopted by very dear friends of mine. And now all of them are living in spoiled land. I mean, I go up and I
Yeah,
get to
and
see
this was
all of
a
them.
big flock of chickens.
Yeah.
She
Yeah. They
doubled her flock.
originated. Well, no, okay. They They were originally in the poultry industry, but then somebody bought them, and I'm referring to the somebody who bought them who had them in less desirable
Okay.
conditions, the personal person. So this is their third home. So their first
Mhm.
home was commercial, second one less desirable conditions, and then an incident happened. Third home, spoiled land.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they spoiled.
I
Well,
mean,
anyhow,
yeah, they're like you guys,
back to
spoil land.
yeah. Oh gosh, but if
And
you
you
want to see
spoil them because you go up there and
oh
bring
yeah, I
them
go up and I take them
treats.
things. I
Yeah,
do.
you take them those
They have
dried up worms or whatever they are. The
I don't
the
have any roosters, but they have 2 roosters up there that I absolutely if I ever had a rooster, it would have to be one of those 2 because they're so gentle and so sweet,
I
and
have
I love watching them
something.
do the little tidbit dance
Yep, it's
whenever I
like,
take them up treats.
here I am,
"Here, girls,
ladies."
have some treats. Have some treats, girls. Have some treats." That's how they do.
And
But
also,
anyhow,
they also have
mhm,
another flock, well, one fowl friend that
they
you
have
would
a
like
disabled
to.
turkey. Yes.
Yeah.
I love this turkey. I love this turkey.
This
She is
turkey has
a
a
bumblebee,
personality, doesn't he?
and it's a
She.
girl, and
Yeah.
she's also I mean, like, these people are like spoiled land. I love visiting them, all of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, "This
Yeah,
is the way it should be, spoiled
it
land,"
is. Yeah.
And so, this particular turkey, I sit back and I'm like, "I love you." But she doesn't like Mr. Grayson fire so much, so it's okay.
Now,
He tries. he
That's
tries
awesome.
with treats and things, but
Does
yes.
he
Oh,
like
so back to the chicken story. So this one particular little girl that came out of this condition,
Yeah.
her beak was broken, and I knew exactly how to deal with broken beaks. And the person that got her, she was a little bit concerned. I'm like, it's easy. This is the least of the worries. I said, really, the biggest problem is you have to hand feed them for a couple of days with some mushy foods until their beak kind of forms that end and that bleeding stops. But she'll make a full
Oh,
recovery. But what we
yeah.
discovered is that she had some upper respiratory problems. So I ended up getting some vet RX and I doctored her. I had her, I think, 3 or 4 months. And then the day that I took her back to her flock mates, it was so hard on me because I've fallen in love with this little girl. I wanted to keep her. And but I knew I couldn't keep her because my flock was rejecting her. And that's not fair to her.
No.
And so I took her back up to the flock. I released her. And of course, this she was going to her new forever home. She hadn't been there, but she knew her flock mates. And she started singing. And that is the way, that was the way it should be, that she had made this full recovery and she was
She
able to go
knew she
back and
was home,
enjoy.
didn't she?
She
Yeah.
was. Well, real
She
quick,
was
I
home.
saw Wendy said her oldest had a traumatic brain injury. It was in childbirth. Wendy, I am a caregiver for my husband with a traumatic brain injury. I know that takes a special
Yeah,
heart
it
because
does.
there's a lot of complications for the rest of the light of their life. And I send my tons of love to you guys. And then Shastina, that's awesome that you healed the chicken. Yeah, and I think a lot of prayer too over that little bird. And then let's see here, our feathered friends homestead. Our chickens are spoiled, so they got warm oatmeal for breakfast today. Hello, can I come over? I mean, that sounds like a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And then Wendy says she has a pet turkey for real. He adopted me as he was wild.
Oh, wow, a
Seriously?
wild turkey. That's awesome.
Wow.
That
Wow.
is
And then
awesome.
I think turkeys I didn't quite understand the turkeys, like their personalities, but I am so smitten for turkeys. I had no idea. Let's see, and Shastina said, I made friends with the rooster, but the rooster didn't like my son. So my son went and bought the treat, dry worms stuff to try to make friends. The rooster loved it, but attacked my son to get it.
Goodness. Maybe
Oh my.
roosters don't like men.
I don't know. I don't know. I've had a rooster attack me, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. It was a little bantam rooster, and it attacked me. Let's see here. So true. And it was hard. I pray a lot. She is 35. Yeah, yeah.
Peggy. Well,
I
that
definitely.
I'm so sorry, Homestead
Hooga.
Farms.
Not
Who
not say it. Say her name again. Say it. How are you gonna say it? Say her name.
Hooga!
Say her name. Thank you.
Hooga!
It's Hooga Homestead.
Ah, mwah! So awesome. It has been a long time since I've spoken to
I know CB,
Hooga
yes. Well,
Homestead. How
Hooga.
is your
Yeah.
Hooga? Who do you still have your parrot? We're talking about birds.
Oh.
Do you still have your parrot? We had her on our show, and her little parrot just sat on her pretty much
Oh.
the entire interview, and it was just
She
awesome.
she is a fellow Hoosier. She posted a video that Aunt Lynn and we go to the store, and CB was in the same antique store. And Aunt Lynn
What?
and I,
You
yes,
should
Aunt
have a
Lynn and
meetup.
I,
You should have a
we
meetup.
should. We should. Aunt Lynn and I love this store. In fact, we go and visit it quite a bit. And hubby is actually talking about wanting to go back to the antique store soon. Yes, and my cousin actually introduced us to it right before, let's see here. Was it right before or right after? It was right after because I know how old my kids were. We got back from England. My cousin took me to the store and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm going to actually bring up the other half of the Ann Lynn show.
Oh, is she there?
She's here. Welcome, Aunt
Ah,
Lynn.
thank
Well,
you.
hello, sissy. There's my sissy.
Hello there. Hey, I'm on my telephone, on my
Oh,
phone, and so I'm kind of having a hard time. Is it okay?
yeah.
It's
How's
fine.
come you're on your phone?
Well, I can't get the link on my computer.
Well, that's strange,
Uh-oh.
isn't it?
Did I send it to the wrong place?
Can you send it to
Your email?
yeah, that'd be nice.
I think I can do that. Let me
Thank you.
let me hang on, I'll take myself out. You
Well,
two keep talking.
all right, while you're doing it, let me give a shout out right now. Let me give a shout out to the to everybody at over there at you know where you're at. Hello, Wayne. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
watching. I just left and I turned
whoop.
on
We're there.
one of the nice gentlemen that lives there. I turned on his YouTube for him, and so I think I told him I would be live on YouTube in a few minutes. So I'm here.
Oh, our mother.
Yeah, I left her with Grace and Fire, and
Oh,
I left some other and a nice gentleman watching Grace and Fire.
oh. Well, hi, Mom. How are you? I hope
Well, when I
hope you're
left,
having a good.
yeah,
How is she having a good day, Lynn?
she is, and she was going for a walk. On the
Good.
a nice fellow named Jared was taking her for a walk.
Oh, good. Well, I don't everybody don't know, but so Lynn and I are real life sisters, and our mom lives there in the same town as Lynn, and she's
Right.
92 years old.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, she's 92 years young, and up until about it's going on 3 years now, Lynn. It will be. So we lived in the same town, but my husband
Yeah.
ended up taking another job, another position, and we had to move. So
Yeah.
now we're like 10 hours away. So this is a
You
good
know what
way
I'm
to.
thinking? What I'm thinking, Anne,
What
lately?
are you thinking?
I'm thinking of getting on an airplane and flying over to see you for a couple of weeks.
Ooh, on an airplane? Oh, cool. All right, we can
All
discuss it
right.
later.
Well, Grace and Fire, Glinda, should I try another location?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and try, I'll take you out. Give you a
Okay,
second, okay?
bye. I'll be right
Okay,
back,
bye.
everybody. Hang
Okay.
in there.
Okie dokie.
Okay,
There
so
she
real quick,
went. Yeah.
Grandma, Grandma,
Yes.
I'm
So
sorry, I
then,
have to
no,
do that for my
I
grandmother
know. I didn't
because
know.
she,
Mwah, there, mom.
I, so since she's watching, I love you
And
so
hello
much,
to the
Grandma.
gentleman that's watching with her.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, you guys, please send some love because I'm hoping she can read this chat. If not, we're going to put this up, and I so that way, Grandma, you can see this. Okay, so there you go. Becky says hi,
There.
Aunt Lynn's mom,
And
Aunt
Lynn's mom.
Lynn's, and
Yes.
then Shastina says
92
92
years.
years young.
Yes. Well, sorry, mom.
Sh-
We're telling your age, but I'll
You
tell
know
Lynn's
what?
will
But I'll
that
tell
will
you
that make
something.
it better if I tell Lynn's age? Ha ha ha.
We got while mom was in town at Christmas, actually on Christmas Day, we had our official 5 generations of family
We
with grandma
did.
being there. And I it was so cool because my grandmother and my grandchild were in the same place. And
Yep. So we
I
got
am
the.
so
Oh,
that
and
just
we
made my
gotta tell
day.
Lynn that may be in this week's newspaper. So I forgot. She's gotta
Oh,
be
okay.
watching for it in the hometown little, you know how they're like 4 pages thick.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yes, I got a hold of the gal there, and she was gonna put that in our local newspaper, and which is pretty awesome. 5 generation picture. I'm so glad we were able to do that.
Yes. Yes. And it was
Mm.
beautiful.
Yeah. So
All right.
I'm a great grandmother.
Yes, you
OMG.
are. Yes,
Oh,
you are.
at my young, innocent age, can you believe I'm her mother?
Yes. Yes.
I don't see you,
So,
Lynn.
so give her just a minute.
Okay. It
There we
says,
go.
did I send it to the right place? I don't know.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to wait in
Oh,
5.
well, I guess if she sent a message in the chat, then just make sure you
Yes.
put your name in there and it says Lynn.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, all right. Well, anyhow, we're waiting for her.
Yep.
And so I had something really cool happen.
What?
Last week, I hit 500 subscribers.
Oh, I know you did.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
Yay.
I am so excited.
Whoop,
And
whoop for Glenda.
I
Whoop,
am
whoop.
gonna start figuring out a giveaway for the 500.
Oh, you know what I would like?
What would you
A
like?
Grayson Fire mug.
Oh, I hadn't really thought about that.
Yes.
I haven't.
Yes.
I have not.
You can,
Interesting.
you know what? You can get it at the same place I got mine, or maybe you have another place, but
We need to have a let me fix my, sorry. We need to have a conversation
well, I'll tell
then
you, you
about
just can,
where.
well, you can just go and design it yourself, and then you can have it direct shipped to somebody, or whatever.
Okay, well,
Direct
we need
shipped
to
to
figure
you.
that out.
Oh, it's
We need
easy.
to,
Easy breezy. Easy breezy.
okay. Well, I need to figure that out.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think
I
that would be
think
cool. Or ink pens.
we are going to do that
Yep.
for
That's
sure.
easy too. Same place. Same
And
place. You
we
just pick your
have,
color. Uh-huh.
and we have, looks like Aunt Lynn's back. We have some
Okay.
yarn because I know I have some people that are into yarn.
Oh, yes.
So I've got that kind of
Seeds.
stuff together. I do
Seeds.
have some seeds. I
Some of
actually ordered.
yours. What about some of yours? Are you on the
Mhm.
computer, Lynn?
No, we're having problems with the link. I have
Oh,
seeds.
okay. Yeah.
I
You're live, Lynn.
Oh, yay, good. Okay, I can see everyone now.
yes.
What are
Okay.
those? Show those
The
again. Show
seeds?
those again.
These are sunflower seeds.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I
Wowie
used to have a whole
wowzer.
gallon of them. But no, I actually ordered
Wowzer.
from M.I. Gardner too for this giveaway. So there's some M.I. Gardner seeds.
oh,
Ooh,
wow.
So
you've been working
yeah,
on
so
it then. Oh.
yeah, I've been thinking about this. Hey, Suburban Hillbilly, welcome. Yeah, so I am thinking about pretty soon. I just got to sit down and figure out how to do a wheel and all that stuff.
Lynn looks lonely down there all by herself.
Oh,
I
I'm fine.
know.
I'm fine. I
You
can
want
read
to?
it.
You can
Yeah,
change that, Glenda, if you want to.
Yep. Let's try
oh,
this.
it's okay. It's okay.
There,
There.
Oh,
better. Oh, now the Grayson Fire logo's over her head.
It's
that's
okay.
okay. It matches my outfit.
It
It
does, but we're
does.
going to take that off. There
So
you
hey,
go.
There you go.
hey guys, hey mom, hey everybody, hey Wayne, I'm back.
Oh, is that? Oh, should we send Wayne some kisses?
Some
Grandma
granny kisses?
kisses?
I don't
Let's
know.
send
Ready?
everybody.
Do I,
It's
do
ready.
I look like a
Mwah.
grandmother?
Mwah.
Mwah. Mwah. That's what we do on our show. We give granny kisses, don't we,
We
Lynn?
Yes,
sure
we
do.
do.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Lynn, there, I can see you. Haha. I see Gracie
Hello
there.
there. Hello there.
So, speaking of seeds,
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to know, are you doing any gardening indoors right now? Because right now it's too cold outside. We got
Right.
snow in our area. Is anybody growing anything right now? Mom, you are?
You
Yeah,
are?
I am. I got my aquaponics going and I'm growing lettuce and I know they may not grow, but
What do you mean they
chives.
may not grow?
Chives. Didn't you tell me
Oh, they'll
chives
grow.
was chives the one you told me was a fall crop and I was growing it? Well, I don't know. Well, anyhow, I got chives
You
going.
should be okay with chives.
Okay,
Yeah.
just I
How are
have
you?
like 2 pods of them going, and then I think I got
Okay.
10 pods
You're
of
only going to get
lettuce.
2 chives, though. It's better to put that in a pot and get a bunch of chives.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I'll replant them. Would that spread out if I replant it into a
Mhm.
pot? The
It won't
seedlings?
spread out.
Oh.
Just get you a pot and put some seeds in it and put it in your brightest window.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
good.
Well,
Good.
it would be that window where the aquaponics is, because that's the
Mhm.
brightest. And I
Mhm.
have that table, well, built-in shelf deal. But anyhow, that's what I'm doing. What's everybody else doing?
Well, Wendy is
Greenhouse.
growing. If you have not seen Wendy's greenhouse on her channel, you need to go check it out. I
Oh.
sit
Okay.
back and I am always so amazed. But here's the other thing. Wendy sent me some seeds.
Oh, how
I've
neat.
already done my
Oh.
mail call. These are from hers. This is orange habanero pepper,
Oh.
jalapeno pepper, long red cayenne pepper, and then I believe these are marigolds. Yep, marigolds.
Oh.
So she
That.
sent me
Boy,
seeds.
cameraman would like them peppers, wouldn't he, Lynn? Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
So I
Yes.
have these still in the envelope that's off camera. Set aside because I'm going to have those in my garden. I want to make sure like they are like right in my face because they have
Yes.
got to go in my garden this year.
Yes.
And then let's see here. Starting my celery and peppers tomorrow.
Ooh, okay.
It's getting
Celery.
that time.
I have never grown celery before. It never
No.
Mm-hmm.
dawned on me other than I know if you get like would a celery grow from the grocery store if the bottom hasn't been
Yes.
It'll
cut
shoot the
off too
leaves
much?
out. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
I know I is this true? If you get like radishes or carrots or I don't know if carrots would regrow, but radishes maybe would. If the roots are on your veggie like a green onion, you can
Right.
get them at the store and the roots are still on. Are you able to take that bottom, cut that little bottom off, and then plant that with the roots? Would that work?
Great, great question for the chat. I have not
I
actually tried
wonder
it.
if that would work in
Yes.
water
Yes.
Mhm.
and
It'd be
then
worth
let
a
it
shot.
and get
Uh-huh.
it going and then plant it. Um,
Mhm. I
I
have
grew
done. Oh, go ahead.
well, no, I was gonna say I grew green onions from seeds last year and I put them in this big round container and I actually had it on the side of the house by my mailbox. And
Yes.
I had green onions that were enough for us, for me and Dave, up until October, November. I was still getting
Wow.
them because this has been the strangest weather this year.
Mhm.
Warm,
Mhm.
much warmer. I mean,
Yes.
uh,
Very much.
and
Yes.
not a lot of snow. Up in the we're up in the Finger Lakes of New York State, and it's been a very strange snow. Other than
Mhm.
I know Buffalo, they got like slammed.
Yeah,
They
they
Oh.
did.
That's like 100 and some miles from here. It's quite a distance. So the weather's quite varied between in Western New York.
Absolutely. Just
So
like it is where we live, where Glenda and I live. If we go further north in our state, it is frigid up there. It is
yeah.
snow. it's a whole different, it's just a total different winter, and that's just 100 miles if north of us, totally
Yeah,
different winter.
100 miles
But
can make such a big difference.
the
Hey, where's
summers, the
Shastina
sum,
said she's moving. Are you staying in the
yeah.
state or moving out of state? You don't have to answer that, but I was just curious.
Mhm.
So this is true. So most produce are hybrids or commercial
Yes.
varieties that can
Yeah.
easily cross pollinate. But you can grow from the grocery store. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of a
Mhm.
Yeah,
Russian
that's
roulette. So like
true.
with
Yes.
pumpkins, you don't
Uh-huh.
know if they were isolated,
Right.
and you may get something really weird that would. It's good. You might get something really weird that's bad. You might get the original plant. It's really kind of there's no guarantee. So
Iffy.
absolutely.
Mhm.
I have grown garlic from the store many years ago
Uh-huh.
and it germinated. But I say that with a caveat because they spray garlic to not be able to grow. So you have to get organic if you're
Oh,
going to
okay.
try it.
Okay.
But I bought this that was many, 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 many years ago. I bought
Yeah.
garlic seed, from an organic company. I don't even remember now because I'm in my 5th year of this, and I have not bought garlic for 5 years.
I know.
Uh, so I just don't remember the varieties. It's a hard neck variety and a soft
Oh,
neck
that
variety,
was so
and
good too.
so
Oh,
I
That was
can't
such
tell you what I
that
got.
was
your
really good.
onions, your garlic, your onions. I mean, anything that you share is fabulous. Isn't it? Isn't it, Anne? Just
Oh yeah.
fabulous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Um,
I know. I know. Oh, I want to say hi to everyone. I haven't that's joining us right now. I have not had an opportunity to say hello. I see Jesse and Lisa are
Yes.
and actually Shastina is here. I mean, there's so many that I have to be honest with
Suburban
you.
Hillbilly,
Yes, hard not
Lazy
hard.
Days.
Yeah, I mean, but my bifocals, I'm at the age where you need 3 lenses. I can see
Oh.
distance, but I cannot read the chat. So I can, you saw me doing this earlier. Well, that's not very nice. So, but forgive me if I don't, kind of interact. But I just want to tell you, I appreciate this community. You are guys are the bestest, aren't they?
Yes, yes, they are.
You're
Yes,
just
they
I like
are.
the new gal show. You know what? Glenda
wow.
and Lynn show. I like it.
Yes,
We are the
absolutely.
gals.
Gals.
We
Okay,
are
I
the
have to lift
gals.
them up. I have to lift it. All right, thank you. Oh,
We are the
we could
gals.
be the gal troop. Yeah, they
We
could join the
could
gal troop.
be. We could be.
The
That is
gals.
pretty
Linda
darn
and
cool.
Glenn. Hey, our
And
next pet, Anne.
yes.
If we get a pet, we'll have to name our pet gal.
I it'll be a long time before we get a pet.
Can I tell you all something real quick? What's going on in my home today?
Yes? What's going on?
Yes.
Well, a couple of nights ago, everyone, I sent Anne and Glenda a video of my grand cat. My
That's
grand
right.
cat. Her name is Snow, and Snow was on my lap, and she was started watching TV. So I had this thought: I'll just go to Cat TV. So sure enough, I put on something like Cat TV, and had birds eating and blah, blah. And so today she hangs out in our son's room. That's during the day. That's where you're going to find her. So I just went ahead in his room earlier today before I left to see our mom, and I put on like cat TV video for her, and the next thing I know, cameraman and our son are saying, "Hey, she's on the TV." you know. But
Oh.
if you hear birds, which you won't, I have my door shut, but she's in there in her bedroom watching birds.
Had your son ever
Oh.
showed her like cat TV or anything like that? I know a lot of people
I
do
don't
that.
know, but I noticed the reason I even noticed her, she was on my lap the other night, and I had on just regular TV, YouTube, whatever, and I noticed she was watching what, like this, what was going on, right? It was people, but they were moving, and she's like, so that's what gave me the idea. Hey, she needs to watch birds or mice or something. She loved it,
Oh,
loves it.
that's awesome. I know we went
Mm.
to visit one of our sons, and he had
Mhm.
on a dog television for his dog, and that
Yeah,
was funny. And it struck me funny. But
I know. Well,
we laughed, and I mean,
I'm gonna have to
it
start doing that.
the dog
oh,
loved it.
Linda,
Oh, yes,
they love it.
animals love to watch other animals. I used to
Yeah.
do that with when Kodiak we had Cody, I would turn on, um, YouTube videos of, like,
Hmm.
dog TV or whatever, and,
Yes. Yeah.
they animals will watch TV. You just have
She's
to
in
Yeah,
have
there
they
now.
do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
or it's just like, or like, a baby show, just something colorful.
Hmm.
Even though I know they see in black and white, but they notice. And
Yeah.
They
the
do.
sounds. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
oh, just you can
But
find dog TV on YouTube if, or a lot of, cable stations, some of them offer it,
yeah.
so.
Well, when I came in,
Oh,
um, I can hear the birds in the bedroom.
oh,
And I got to be
that was
honest,
funny.
we've had parakeets in the past, and they're just a little bit too messy for me, really. We've had them, haven't we, Anne?
Well, when we were kids, we would go to Kmart, and we'd always bring home something. It was either a parakeet or a turtle or fish.
Turtle,
We had a lot of turtles,
goldfish, goldfish.
goldfish,
I
um
can't. Okay, I got to read it.
My dog always changes the TV to the Animal Planet every time I leave the room.
I believe it.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Animal Planet. Yes. Yeah, or even one of the
Bye,
veterinarian
Dad.
shows.
Go. Go,
Bye.
Dad.
Oh,
Go, Dad.
bye.
Bye. No, no, no. Yeah.
You're
Now
talking
turn
to
on the
the
animal.
animal?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
No, the
okay.
animal
Okay.
talking to Jesse. Bye, Dad. Bye. I got it. Let me change.
Yes, 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 yes.
See you later. See you later. I'm gonna watch Animal Planet.
I
Bye.
know. I'm
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 good.
fine. It'd be like, "I'm okay. I'm fine. I won't mess. I will not
You
mess.
know,
I won't
yeah.
have an accident in the house. I'm going to go over here
Just
and get
make
on the
sure you
couch."
leave my snacks. Leave my
Yeah.
snacks
Yeah,
and
make sure
some
my bowls
water.
are filled. Yeah, make
Yeah,
sure my bowls are filled,
I'm
and I
and I'm gonna
promise, no accidents.
yeah,
Just leave the
Just,
TV
just
on, and
just leave the
I'll
let
TV
me
on. Mhm.
let me have the
yeah,
remote. I
yeah,
could just see the sweet little
yeah,
dog.
I'm gonna get up on your side of the, a couch, okay? And I may, like, you come in the house and your dog's all sprawled out with the recliner up and his feet and his tail
And
tucked
then the
around.
bowl right between the little
Yeah.
dog dish full of treats
Yeah,
like
he's just
popcorn
eating
instead
his
of popcorn,
food
it's
like
little
popcorn, right?
popcorn
And just
popcorn.
watching.
Remember, one of my brother-in-laws got me popcorn one time, so we need to
Yes.
get some popcorn for Lisa and
Oh,
Jesse's little dog.
oh, the other
Wow.
thing, but you can't ship this. They have those puppy doggy ice cream that come in the little
Oh, the
cups.
pup cones. Yeah, you can go to
We used
Starbucks
to
and get
get
a pup cup.
Yes.
a frozen. You get frozen ice cream for your doggy.
Yeah.
We used to buy that for Kodiak a lot in the summer, because they love it. And he would practically
Oh,
eat the cardboard container. It was like, and you could see the big old tongue. He was a golden doodle, so he's a big
yeah.
dog. So, but yeah,
He
oh
was.
yeah,
He was.
Am I reading Rescues Are the Best? Is that what I'm reading? Because it's hard for
Yes.
me to read.
Yes. And then
Snow.
Suburban
Yeah.
was that too. We had another kitten to our family 2 months ago. It was scratch him
oh,
off the fence and bring oh,
oh my
bless his heart.
goodness,
Um, oh, he's spoiled rotten. That's the way it should
No.
be.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
We'll have
spoiled,
to have a long talk if he starts drinking my adult beverages.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Well, I got a
Actually, that
story.
happened
Yeah.
to me. That happened to me. So we lived in England many, many, many years ago, and we had an English Cocker Spaniel. Her name was Katie.
Mhm.
And Katie was maybe a year old. My husband and I are okay. So our houses on this base we lived on a military base. Our houses
oh
backed up like kind of like this, and in
Mhm.
between was like some grass, right? So then our neighbors on this side we would get together with them. So we took Katie over with us, and we had German beer. And so my husband set his beer down, and little did we know, in a cup, little did we know, Katie was drinking. And she drank a little bit too much because we both turned our eyes off of her. And she drank beer. And little old happy butt wobbled her way back to the house just as drunk as could be. And I'm like, I felt like a horrible pet owner.
Yeah.
Now, I do not suggest that you give your animals beer or any kind of alcoholic beverage for that matter. But it happened to us. Katie also, Mom knows this, Katie also knew how to open up chocolate packages. Like,
Yes.
the chocolate open, leave the wrappers, and she'd eat the whole thing, the whole chocolate. Not once did she ever get sick.
I know.
She had an iron stomach.
Once.
Yeah.
Not once. And so after the first time I was scared to pieces because I thought,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, we're gonna have to have the stomach pump because chocolate kills dogs. Please do not give your dogs chocolate.
No.
My kids were not the best when they were little as far as keeping their chocolate up, and that's how this came about. So then afterwards, Katie figured out she liked chocolate. She knew how to open up the wrappers. Then we come back to the States. We're living, close to family. We decided that my husband and I were going to go on a date. So hubby and I went off for dinner. But before we did, my kids were all teenagers. So I ran to Subway, got them all sandwiches. One of my kids got a buffalo chicken sandwich with extra buffalo sauce.
Ooh, sounds good.
I got a call. Yeah, I got a call on our date. Mom, Katie ate my 12-inch buffalo chicken sandwich. So we had to stay home the next day.
Yeah.
Did she get kind of ill with that?
What was going on? No.
Well.
No, and that dog lived out her life. She was 13 years old when she died.
Yes,
For
she
those
did.
Who don't
She had
know,
a long...
When she was about 10.
Please do not do anything that I've said. Do not give your dogs any of that stuff.
Yeah, don't do that. No, when
and
she
I
was
don't
about
give our dogs.
We just had someone join us. Southern Boots by Sherry. Yeah.
Hello, Southern Boots by Sherry.
Yes.
Welcome.
Southern Roots.
By Sorry, Sherry. I said boots. Oh, well,
you can't see very well. It's okay.
We're old.
Well, anyhow, we took Katie on when she turned about 10. She came to the old folks' house and lived out the rest of her life.
Because we were getting a service dog.
Yep.
Yes.
And we didn't want... Katie responded to my husband. She's the reason we got a service dog.
Oh, I told Glenda one time, and in a joke, right? It was like, oh, anytime you want to get, you want to do something,
well, you always
make arrangements with. From the first time I saw her, it was like, anytime if you can't, you don't want to keep her, I will take her. We will take her. And Dave was like, oh yeah, we'll take that. Right? And so I got a call one day. Hey, Mom, were you serious? And I'm like, yeah. So
yeah,
like, yep.
Yeah.
So we
and I cried.
Oh, I felt bad for for you guys because, especially for the youngest, because they were very close. But she had
I never
good
rehome
life.
my dogs. Yeah, I never would rehome any of my dogs, but it was only one home that I would rehome any of them to, and it's to her house. But so the service dog came in. What the problem was we didn't want conflict with Katie. We really thought Katie out with her age, and we didn't want to hurt Katie because Katie taught us that the importance of a service dog, but she was too old to be one, and she couldn't do the mobility component of the service dog training. She was too short, and she also had arthritis. So
she was old.
It was one of those, you have to start when they're little.
Yeah.
But, so that's why we let Katie go live with Mom. So that way the transition in with the service dog wasn't hard. But Katie was spoiled rotten too. I'd get calls and Mom is making eggs and bacon and toast for the dog.
with
Yeah.
For
gravy.
the
With
dog.
When
gravy.
we had
With
well, when we used to do a lot of breakfast, biscuits and gravy and eggs and hash browns and toast and all that kind of stuff, always made her a plate, of
Mhm.
course. Made the dog a
Well,
plate too. But I do have to say tell one story on you, and then we can switch
okay.
subjects. The very first time you came to visit us, and
Okay.
we had moved to another state with his another job move,
yes.
and you
Yeah.
came to see us, and before you came, you said, "Mom, now if Katie, comes to me and comes to us, don't feel bad because, you know." So what happened when you showed up? It was okay that you were there, but she didn't go to you, did
Bye.
she?
Bye. I'm
She
in
didn't.
spoiled
She
land.
saw you guys, and she went over and come to us.
Yeah.
It was like, I got a better life here.
See ya.
Excuse me,
See
my
ya.
life is
Yeah,
better
because
here.
you
When are
made
you
breakfast
going?
for the
How long are you
dog.
staying?
She did. She
Mhm.
did. And I mean that broke my heart too because I
I
was like
Oh
know.
I
yeah.
was fully
I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, Dave had such a big chuckle over that because she said she thought she was gonna just totally like reject us now and be all about them
No,
again.
I didn't think reject. I didn't
Well,
think
you know what I mean.
reject.
It was just like,
That's
oh,
too
my
far.
lost mommy. Oh, it was
Yes.
um I'm
Bye.
not going home with you. Just so
Bye.
you know.
I like my
Well,
scrambled eggs, toast, and bacon with the
Right.
right.
gravy.
With the
Real
gravy. Gotta
quick,
have the gravy.
Wendy
Yes.
said that she, had lost hers.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm trying to find that comment.
Yes. I
Sorry.
just was going
Well,
to say everyone is
lost
giving.
There
many to
we
old age.
go. There we go. Yes, I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I got that one.
Oh,
I
garbage gut him. What is that now? Garbage gut.
ate
I
Oh, she
don't.
got in
all
the
the
trash and
wrong.
ate something that
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I'm so
Oh.
sorry,
I'm
Wendy.
bones.
so
I am sorry
sorry.
about that too.
I'm so sorry. That is.
Um, yeah.
Mwah. Send you some love. Oh my goodness.
Well,
That's
Katie
hard.
went
That's
to
hard.
heaven
It is hard. It's hard.
and
Um,
yeah.
Anne knows because when
Oh
Cody had
gosh.
passed,
Well,
Anne and her
when
husband were
Katie,
there.
both the dogs.
Yes,
It's
Katie. Yes.
I'm telling you, it is a heart. Oh,
Oh,
mm,
I cried all the way home. I
see, yeah, I have.
questioned
Mm,
the vet. And
Oh,
I'm getting close for my other one too. We
I know. And
my
yes.
other dog is 15 now, and no, she's not up here. She didn't follow me. She's 15 now, and
Mhm.
so
she's right.
yeah,
She's right
we're
on the
winding
edge.
down.
She's right on
Yes.
the edge.
Actually, her
Yes.
breed lives between, what was it, 12 and 14 years, I think is what the vet
Yes.
told me,
Yeah.
and she's at
Yes.
15
She's at
now.
15. Right.
So
Yeah.
she is loved, and we are monitoring
Oh
everything. She's
yeah.
under um a lot of medical care.
You're
We have
keeping
a
her
really
very
good team.
comfortable. Right. Very comfortable. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
So
well
I mean,
cared for. Yeah.
she is, and she's spoiled. But we are winding down with that one.
She is a doll
That's the
baby.
only thing about having a pet is,
Mhm.
like our Kodiak, he had just had his first birthday. And I
Yes.
Mhm.
actually, crazy dog mommy gave him a birthday party, which I'm so glad I did now. And he had but we suspect it was a brain tumor. It
Yes.
was just a fluke, and
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
anyhow, it was a very tragic ending, and it's kind of made us very gun shy to get another one. To be
Yes.
honest with you, you know.
Yes. Well,
So,
I
and
would
right
say
now,
But
it wouldn't be fair because when we go places, we'd have to board the animal, and it
right.
wouldn't be fair till we get back home and get settled
Right.
closer
I
to.
was asked today by my son. Now you know that Snow is going to go with me when I move out.
I wondered if you were going to have that conversation.
We've had it twice now.
Because
he
he
just
notices
worried.
he knows how much that she loves you guys and she's
Uh-huh.
gonna miss you
But
guys.
let me tell you, cameraman and I had that chat. We looked at one another today when he asked us that. I said, of course, Snow goes with you. My goodness, she'll have another transition. Snow herself has went from a family of 3 cats. She has lost. She's lost 2 of her companions. They are gone now. So she has lost, the home that she knew, her 2 companions that she knew. So we are trying to make her feel adjusted here in our home and loved. And
No,
that's what we're offering her is love. Lots of she loves to roll over and have her belly, she loves her belly to be rubbed. So we're giving her lots of love. Um, and but she's very loyal to our son, very
of
loyal.
course.
Stays in his bedroom all day, mainly. At night, she comes out and is very social. But and in the mornings, when I have my first cup of coffee, she is with me. She comes out and like, let's go outside, Grandma. I want to go out. I want to go out, Grandma, because we have an enclosed porch. And so
She'll
I've
be
worked with her.
fine.
Yeah,
She'll be
and
fine.
but
She'll be fine.
cameraman and I have decided at this point right now, unless something would really change, I think
Right.
that we are not going to have a pet in our home. But that's always subject. You say never, and you change your mind, don't you?
Uh-huh. So I don't, I just know right now where we are. We don't have a
Yes,
fenced in backyard, and we
we
would
don't
have
have
to
plans
have
for one right now. No.
we have to have a fenced
Well,
in
my
backyard.
current dog will be my last pet dog. We will always
Yeah.
have a dog in the home,
Yes.
but she will be my last pet. I have chickens, and I'm telling you, I love those little girls.
You
I know.
do.
Those I have the sweetest little right now I have 8 little ladies. We lost our first one a few weeks
Mhm.
ago. And so we have 8. It's real I'm still having a hard time saying 8. I'm so used to saying I have 9 laying hens. I was talking to somebody the other day at the store about chickens,
Mhm.
and I like had to go 8 because I'm struggling. I
Yeah,
miss and
but you're getting some didn't you
I
order some more?
I found a Gracie feather from when she
Oh,
was in my
maybe you can
house.
clone her.
No, no,
I
you can
know.
put that. Um, hubby could put that into a ink pen for you.
Or maybe a necklace,
I started
a
saying, or a
Gracie
necklace
chicken
pendant.
Oh.
mom.
A pendant would be beautiful.
In like an acrylic. Yeah,
Yes, an
Yes.
yeah.
acrylic.
I saw that and I found another one and I'm like, I don't remember her ever losing feathers. Like, where
You
are these
No.
sure they
coming
are
from?
hers? You sure they're hers?
100% I know my girl.
Yeah.
That's the weird spot. And that's the only one that's been in the house
Yeah, I started
Haven't
saying, right.
that was
don't
sick.
you have some more
So
on order? Aren't you getting some
I
more?
do.
Tell us about
I
that.
have so I order from Meyer Hatchery, who, oh
Mhm.
my goodness, made a
Yeah.
comment on my last video where I was telling about the
Yeah.
chickens. I caught
Yeah.
the attention of Meyer Hatchery.
Woo, woo.
I was so shocked, but they are an incredible hatchery. I've not ever had any problems with them. I visited their facility. They're very clean. The people, like, I went in, I'm like, okay, I've got a question about this. And the lady was like, okay, this is what we do. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I like you. I wish we were closer because it was homeopathic remedies. Like I was dealing with worms at the
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
Chickens have worms.
Mhm.
And so she recommended some garlic and, and if I wanted to, I could get like a garlic homeopathic type thing that you put in the
Right.
water. But she just was like so helpful. And I had to pick up a couple of
Mhm.
things anyhow for the girls. Meyer Hatchery is located in Ohio. Um, and they ship all over, kind of like Meyer or Murray McMurray. They ship all
Mhm.
over. So definitely check them out. I would like to tell people at the end if you're donating eggs or the meat of the bird, if you get meat
Mhm.
birds, click Meal Maker because they will send you a random chicken
Yes.
and make it as close to your order as possible. So, like
Mhm.
if you're ordering all hens because you just want eggs, they're going to send you a hen. If you do
Mhm.
straight run, it's going to be a straight run. If you want a roo, you're going to get a rooster. If you're doing meat birds, they'll send you a meat bird. It really depends on what your order is, and then if you wanted them vaccinated, if you so choose that, they'll vaccinate them. That's up to you. if you, however you want.
Mhm.
But now they'll just look at your order and they'll match it up.
Yes.
Sure.
Every week it's a different
Oh,
bird.
thank
So I
you.
Wow.
don't, you don't know.
Mhm.
So thank you too. Sorry.
Thank you. Yes, putting up. Yeah, that's right down there. Jesse put it up, or Lisa, right there.
Oh,
There you go.
yes,
Good.
Wonderful.
Jesse. Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I
I
want to.
really like them, and their customer service, that's okay. Meyer Hatchery. Here we
Yeah.
go. And see, he wrote Meyer. There we go. But I'll leave this here so that way if anybody wants to get that link.
Very
Um,
good. Very cool.
so the customer service too has been really good. If you have questions, like I've even called and asked them questions post having the chicks, and
Mhm.
their customer service is really good. They have a really good YouTube page as well. Um, so I follow them. Anyhow, okay.
How many did you
So
get? How many have you ordered? How many are coming?
okay, so I have 5 little ladies ordered.
Yes.
3 of them are ours.
Mhm.
I bought my friends who allowed me to have chickens on their property. I called them up and because they had made a comment about how they wanted a couple egg layers. And I went, okay. So I called them and I said, got a question for you. And I said, this would be totally at my expense.
Mhm.
Would you like 2 hens to add to your flock? I said, I'm going to have to buy you one because you want to introduce no less than 2 to a flock. I mean, that's like scratch the surface.
Right.
Okay. So I said, so you'd have to tell me what you want. And then I'll get it. But the other one I'm going to give you is the meal maker, which is that random bird.
Mhm.
Instead of me donating the egg, I'm donating the bird to say thank you, to say
Very
Well,
thank
nice.
you to them.
Very, very nice.
And then Mr. Grayson Fire wanted Polish chickens. And so for those who don't know, Polish are
yes.
big plumes and they like this, and then they can't see. Well, they
Oh,
can,
cool.
Yeah.
but they're like the feathers are in their eyes. My concern
Wow.
is with the girls, the flock, that they are going to peck them because there's a pecking order. But I don't want them getting pecked too hard
Mhm.
because they can't see the other one coming at them.
Right.
And we've already dealt with Minnie with a brain injury, so it's kind of like, eh. So we got these little black and white ones. I can't think of the name of them. They're Lisa Steele design. If you know who Lisa Steele is, Lisa works with Meyer Hatchery, so she's got a few designer breeds. Anyhow, they're black and white and they got little mohawks. And
Oh.
I did not want any white eggs in my basket, but we are getting 2. Those 2 are going to be white egg layers, and I'm putting up with it so my husband can get the little mohawk. And
Oh.
and then I'm getting another one, and it's another Lisa Steele designer, and it's called the Steel Egger, Stele Egger, and she lays blue or green eggs. So
Oh.
I
Nice.
am yes. And then my friends are getting a steel Egger as well. That's what I bought them,
Oh.
was a steel Egger. So they let me pick. Their only concerns, they don't want another rooster up on the farm,
Right.
which
Right.
I get it. You don't want too many roosters for the size of flock. So I just said no problem. They check them before they come. My last flock, no problem. So and if you end up with a rooster, we'll swap. I'll take your
Did
rooster
you
for you.
did you see that they must be bilingual?
Yes. Yes. They are. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. They must be
Yeah.
bilingual. Yes. And then if you buy Polish hens, make sure you
Yeah.
bilingual
Status.
Polish.
Now
That's
I
where
have
that
a
came from.
question. I have a question
Yes.
for Jesse. For Jesse here.
All right. What's
All
your
right,
question?
Jesse. Oh my gosh, you and Miss Lisa were at Bucky's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Last night they made a
All right,
quick sweep through the store.
Glinda. How far is the nearest Bucky's? Because I've been there. Is it about 2 hours away?
I'm gonna look it up, and I will
Okay,
let
because
me.
oh, that was the first time, Jesse, that I'd ever been to a Bucky's. Oh my goodness. It is fabulous. And I cannot wait till you go to a Bucky's.
Oh.
It
Let me
is
see.
it
Let me
is
see where
a
how far.
2-hour drive.
It
2-hour
is
drive.
2 hours. I was right.
Is
I,
it
I
a
I
spell?
know
Is
it's
it
in
just
Kentucky. I know it's in
It's
Kentucky.
is
mhm.
Yeah.
it just like it
Bucee apostrophe Buc. Hang on a minute. How did it
K,
spell?
right?
No, no K. There's no
Oh,
No
K.
K.
really?
No. No.
Oh,
No. No. No.
Uh-uh. No, no,
okay.
no. Where did it go? Oh, right here. Okay, Buc-ee apostrophe S. Bucky's.
Oh, Shastina, look it up. Look it up. It's
Okay,
it's a gas
Jesse.
station on steroids.
Jesse,
Oh,
drop the link where you guys did the tour of Bucky's so Shastina can go
It's
check
in
this out.
Buck. Oh,
Texas.
really? It says Bucky's is a chain of travel centers known for clean bathrooms and many fueling positions.
Yes.
And they had
Yes.
It's a
jerky and Bucky's nuggets,
Oh,
and
and
we need to take a trip. Okay, so
oh,
apparently, let me see. Hang on, let me see where this is at.
well,
Hopefully,
okay. And then they have about 6 men or 6 different people at a station, and all they're doing is making barbecue, fresh sandwiches. That's all they do. I had the turkey, and I'm not going to do turkey next time. I'm not. I love turkey. I'm going to do beef barbecue next time. Beef,
well,
beef.
they're in Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee. There's one in No, there's several in
And the
Texas.
gas is much more reasonable at a
Oh, a
Bucky's.
bunch in Texas. A bunch.
In fact, Jesse told what gas was there, and I'm going to say 2.79 a gallon. I think is what you
I think
quoted.
that sounds right.
Yeah,
Well, there
yeah.
is there must
So
be they must be home or they must be out of Texas because there must be
Well,
25 or
all I can
30.
say is they can come north all they want.
Yeah, where I see
so
where you're saying so that's a couple 2-3 hours. Couple
so
Oh, I
Aunt
am
Lynn,
telling you. Yes,
I have a kid that lives close to one.
I know you do. I know. I was
So
None
do you
just
none
ever
here. None
I
here.
I have a kid. So I have a kid. So one of my kids lives. They came. She came over,
yes,
and
Yes.
I won from Lisa and Jesse. They call it the Texas size bookmark, but really
yes,
it's a bumper sticker that says
yes,
Bucky's, and
Oh, cool.
it says Texas on it.
yeah.
So she
Cool.
came over last week, and she looked at on my kitchen table because that's where it's sitting at next to a book, and she picked it up and she went Bucky's. And I started laughing. She goes, "Have you been, Mom?" And I went, "Yeah, I
Cool.
went, but I didn't quite get what I was going to because I just got
I
gas." And I'm
thought it
like,
was a
"Get your gas and
store.
get out."
Oh.
No.
I
Bye,
had no idea.
Shastina. Bye,
Bye,
I
Shastina.
had no idea.
Shastina. Mwah.
Have a
Bye.
have a great day, sweetie.
Yeah. So I thought it was just get your gas and get out kind of a
Oh
place.
no,
I didn't even
no.
bother going in. I had no idea what it was. And then Jesse and Lisa are going there, and I'm going, okay. And in fact, on our
Yes,
trip,
I know. Our trip. We're going on a
we
trip in April. Well,
we're
in
going
June, but
together.
April. But April we're going. In June we're going.
Let's make a stop at Bucky's.
Definitely, and we'll do a live and give a shout out to Jesse and Lisa because that's how we know Buck is.
Okay.
Bucky's.
Yeah, so we got to go check that out. Locations for Bucky's store. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got one in
Oh,
Texas too. Or
and if you can think it, they have it. No, they have just they have household, they have kitchen, they have clothing.
At a
Any,
gas station.
it's huge, gigantic. I
yeah.
think it would take
Yeah.
you hours to go through and see everything.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's cool. That's
Hmm.
cool.
Well, Mother, I see that you need to get scooching, so I'm
I
gonna say
probably should
goodbye
get
to you. I'm
Okay.
gonna kick you
Well,
out. I'm kicking Mom out. Bye, Mom.
and you're leaving me?
I'm leaving. You see the time, ladies?
Yes. Where are you
Going on
going?
3.
Where are
Well,
you
I have
going?
to go down and I've got to start. I've got to put a load in the dryer and then I should start thinking about dinner for
Well, let me
Dave.
tell you.
So what do you want having for dinner? Like, tell me what's for
Pork
dinner tonight.
chops, pork chops,
And salad.
and salad.
And
And
what's your other? What's your? side.
Well, I asked him at lunch if he wanted macaroni and cheese or mashed potatoes, and I would make real ones. And he said,
Right.
"I don't care.
What do you say?
I don't care. I don't care."
Are you going to make
So
gravy?
y'all, what time is
No.
dinner? What time is dinner?
Well, we are early birders. We're early birds.
Seniors are early.
So what
We
time?
are like dinner's over with, and dishes are in the dishwasher at 5 o'clock usually. And
But what
then
time does dinner start? So we know, everybody in the chat, we know what time to head over to Mom's house.
4:30 ish.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we are early birders. I
Party
know
at
that.
Mom's. Party at Mom's. Then we go to Bucky's.
Then about I don't know what he's gonna do tonight. If he's gonna shoot a video or what he's gonna do.
Oh, and where does he shoot videos for?
Dave's gaming cave.
And he just hit over 1,000 not too long ago.
He did.
Yes.
Did. He's
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 really
growing his
it's
channel.
yeah, and he really gets the views. It's amazing how many now these are board games that
Solitaire
solitaire
board game.
board games. Who would have thunk that there's like a whole humongous community?
Mainly
There is.
war strategies and things
Yeah,
like
their
that.
war strategy. I mean, and then he has some that he's working on a car. It's a race. I think it's like NASCAR from like 1972 or 1968. He's something like that. He was playing.
Ooh.
Hello, Annie's Kitchen.
Oh, and did you see that we're going to have homemade banana pudding for dessert?
Who's doing that?
Suburban Hillbillies bringing her. They're bringing.
Oh, I love me some bread pudding.
Well, let me tell you what I did.
Pudding. I like bread
Let me
pudding.
tell you.
Banana pudding.
My son is a chef. He is such a good cook. So I called him while I was out and about, and I said, I have a roast why don't you put the roast on? So he's got a roast in the crock pot, and he puts fresh
Now,
garlic.
what time is dinner there?
Well,
I know, and we're having
next.
mashed potatoes, and I think I'm going to do carrots, and we're going to do a roast with gravy.
Gravy.
And what time? So that way we know what time to head to Aunt. We're just going to do a progressive dinner. Have you ever done a progressive dinner?
Oh, there's so much fun. Yes.
Hey, let me ask you before you go. Anybody out there, have you done progressive dinners? And if you did, what was your entree? There you go. Were you appetizer? Were you main meal? Were you salad? Or were you dessert?
I was main meal. I did lasagna.
Oh, I'm going to make lasagna this week, Linda.
Ooh.
Well, what time is dinner? Or what time
I've got all the fixing. I got all the fixings for lasagna this week.
Lynn
okay, so but now
really
you never did ask what time your dinner was.
Let's say come on over about 5:30.
Okay.
They're laters.
We're
okay.
later.
So
they stay up.
Mine
late
will get
too.
done when it gets done. Mine will get done with, and I can't say what mine is going to be because I'm shooting it for an upcoming collab.
Yeah.
So I can't say. So we're actually going to be filming today,
Your
so that
dinner.
way I can get started. I've got. I'm part of 3 collabs next month. So
I want to see you guys like eating it. Are you going to sit at your table and eat like proper people?
I don't show that. I actually, for these collabs, honestly, I don't talk. I don't talk.
Well, you don't have to talk. You can just be eating and play some really music in the background.
Actually, one of the collabs, I have to eat it. Which I'm sitting back kind of going, I've told you what my recipes are. I can't say here because I can't give my idea away.
Right.
But I have eaten this. It's a weird recipe to make. Like you sit there and you're like, what were they thinking? And then you sit down, you eat it, and like, oh. So I have eaten this before, but I have to eat this on camera. And you guys, I'm going to be sitting there looking like a dork because it's so good.
Is it the one you told me about?
The restaurant?
No, the odd one that you told me about. Yes. And I said I had heard that was good, but I've never had it. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you've never had. There's got to be a way to make a version of that for you.
Well, you know what we can do?
So good.
When we're together, on that little trip, we can cook some good meals together.
We
Where?
absolutely can. I think we're gonna be filming. Okay, so real quick. So I
Wait a minute.
haven't, but I think it would be so much fun.
You're
Yeah,
going
and
to you're going to cook when you're traveling together?
Yes.
yeah, 5 nights.
Where are
Yeah,
you gonna do that at?
In
You're
five
the
gonna
nights
kitchen.
in
Oh,
the
you go
5
oh,
kitchen.
nights.
the place with the kitchen. Okay. Oh, okay.
We can take a hot. I've got one of them pressure cooker thing pot. What do you call those things?
Instapot?
Instapot. Yeah.
Okay,
And then
gotcha.
one night we're gonna let the guys grill because they have grills
Alright.
there.
I think we need to do
Okay.
that. And
So
I
we'll let
think we
them
all need to
grill.
go get in the hot tub too.
Yep.
Get some hot tub time.
Oh yeah.
This place that we're going to is really about relaxing though. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's a beautiful location. You can go in and be the tourist, but you can go back and just
Do nothing.
unwind.
Mhm.
Yeah, which
Very
is what my
good.
kind of
Yeah,
place to
thanks to
go.
who? Now, who do you have to thank for this trip?
One of them is you, and
This
one is me.
right, but one is a birthday gift.
Yes,
I
and we're
told
gonna do
that
it.
to somebody. It's a birthday gift. I'm going.
I'm a
Yep.
good mommy, aren't
Actually,
I?
we're gonna be able to celebrate two birthdays because there's one in June also.
Yes,
I'm
we
a good
are.
mother, aren't I, Glenda?
Yes,
You
mother.
are
I'm going
the
I
on
s-
best mother.
I
vacation.
send you on trips, and this ain't the
I'll
first
take it.
time.
You're
I'll
the best
take it.
mama, and you're the best mama, and
Wait,
you
you should say
are.
you're the best sister because she's letting her daughter, go on vacation. Like she gave sacrifice.
These
That's what
two,
it
these
is.
two, these
You are the
two.
sacrifice because either it could be mom or Aunt Lynn, and instead she's like, "Well, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let Aunt Lynn be the sacrifice. She's got to put up with me."
These
Just
two
teasing.
are like these two are like two peas in a pod.
Yep, yep,
Yes,
They
we
are
are.
yeah, we
they
are.
are they are
Yeah.
so much alike, and
Yes.
they
Yep.
talk now. Me and that's my daughter there, Glandy. We talk every day. Normally.
Yep.
Normally.
Yes.
Every day,
Yes.
at
Yeah.
least once.
Almost every day.
Almost,
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Almost every day.
normally. Yeah. I mean,
Normal.
I think there's been a day here, hit and miss, very, very rarely, but almost
Yeah.
every day, and sometimes more than
And
once.
you call me too, so it's not just me
Oh
calling
yeah, I
you.
said we talk. We talk.
Yes.
We
Every
talk.
day.
Yes.
Usually every day. Okay.
Mhm.
My other two daughters, only if they need something or like emergency, usually. Mom, I'll get mom. Or I might get
Mom!
mom. You never know. So when I see
Or
the
you
other
get
one of the
yo,
other kids
yo,
call, right? Yeah, I
Well,
get a
okay.
yo. Yes, one of them
yo,
just goes. When you call her, you get yo, yo
yo.
what? Yo. So
I love my yos though.
I know, and the other kids they don't call either. They'll text.
Well,
But
I know.
you and I talk every day. How many times a day?
Probably five.
Yeah. On average throughout
Five.
the day from the early morning till like
Real
hey
late
Lynn,
at
I'm
night.
I'm ready to go to bed, and they're laters, and we go
Yeah.
to bed
Then
early
then
because
we
Davy has
talk.
to get up
And
early.
and then
Yeah.
then I take over for the nighttime shift.
Yes.
Yeah, and they will talk. These two will talk 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
And
easily.
and I
Easily.
am
Maybe
okay. I
3.
used to be a switchboard operator in a
Yes.
long, long,
How
long,
many
long time
phone
ago.
calls a day did you take?
Oh, like
Hundreds
including
and hundreds.
internal. Oh yeah, I used to keep track
Hundreds
internal and external calls. It was like well over 300-400 calls a day.
every
You know
day.
what I did when I went home? And I'd hear my phone ring. It'd be like fingernails on a chalkboard. It's like
Mhm.
oh, and it's still sort of that way. I don't.
Also, are you telling us
I
to quit calling you?
no, 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 no. Of course not. I've gotten better. I've kind of got. Well, no, I need to hear from you guys.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. But when I don't well, like, cause okay, you called me this morning, and while we talked,
Yes.
I took a shower. I changed my king size
TMI.
bed, the
TMI
sheet.
on this first part.
I got a load of laundry together. What else did I mean? I took a shower, brushed my teeth, the whole 9 yards. Got dressed. I mean, while I'm
Yes.
talking to Glenda, I mean, this is what we do. I just take the phone from room to room and set it down, and I do what I
Yes.
need to do. And because if I don't, and if I just sit and phone call, I'm like there for frozen for like
Well,
hours, and I
sometimes we do the video chat too,
yeah,
so
you
we
and
can
I would do
actually
that more.
see
We
each
do,
other.
yeah,
We've
we
been
do that kind of more.
videoing.
And
Yeah.
well, and Glenda and I did too. And then a lot of times it's like I'm putting the phone down so you can't see,
Mhm.
and I'm muting it. So I can flush the toilet.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't even. I'm at the point where
Now
I
we're
don't
getting a
mute.
little
I don't
TMI, but
even
that's
mute
Oh,
it.
you and I know. I'll just hear, vroom, I'm like, oh,
the
okay,
blushing
yeah,
sound.
yeah, yeah.
You're my
You hear that?
sister. You're my
Yeah.
sister.
And see, you're
Well,
usually in my office. I call you from my office. Driving
yeah.
down the road. That's my
Yeah, in the
office.
car. That's
Yeah,
oh,
in
and
the
That's
car.
my
I have a
office.
gal pal. I can't call her my girlfriend anymore.
No.
She's your girlfriend.
She's my girlfriend, but my gal pal, and she's in Michigan. She'll call me when she's on
My
the road.
aunt.
Yeah, because she lives
Her
way
her
in
gal pal.
my
My
gal
aunt.
pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex
My
sister,
aunt. I have
my
to
ex
start
sister in
saying
law.
my aunt.
I
Mhm.
understand the
I'm
connection,
family.
but I've
I'm
known her for like
family.
50 some
I,
years.
I've known
Yeah.
her my
Well,
entire life. She's my
me too,
family.
practically.
No,
But
no friends.
anyhow,
Family.
well, she's my sister-in-law. Used to be. But anyhow, she'll
Former.
call me because they live really remotely in the country. And so
Mhm.
her cell phone, she usually calls when she's on the road. And she is on the road constantly because she has
Mhm.
kids up in the UP. She has kids in, you know,
Tennessee.
down in Tennessee. She has, they're everywhere. So she's always on the road traveling. She's a
Mhm.
great grandmother. She just really does.
She's not a great grandmother. She's a
No,
grandmother.
she's a wonderful
Fantastic.
grandmother.
Yes.
She's always
You
she's
are the
always
great grandmother. You beat her.
I did. But anyhow, so she'll call me, and I know when I see her calling, she's driving. So the first thing I ask her is, "Where are you going? Where are you?" She's
Mhm.
usually flying or driving, one of the two.
Yeah.
And she's my Snapchatter. I get
Yes.
usually I get a gazillion Snapchats. I have to say no, but anyhow, yeah. These two, are so much alike. So I am perfectly fine with saying goodbye and letting you all talk to them because
Well,
I
I'll
gotta.
call you later.
Oh, I know
I'm
you
gonna
all
start
because
doing
I
my
do
wave.
want to hear about your visit. I don't know if Mother's still watching or not, but
Hi,
I love you,
Grandma.
Mom, if you still are. So yes, so Glenda
All right.
and everybody
I'm
out
gonna.
there, thanks for being here today. It really, thank you for supporting Glenda. It means a
Yes.
lot
Thank you.
personally to me. Um, she's, and everybody that's here, and I know that are watching the replay. It's really, you guys are so nice to my daughter. I really appreciate that because you're so kind.
Mhm.
There's a lot of channels that are not kind anymore,
Mhm.
and I haven't seen that here ever. And this is a wonderful,
This
the
community
home,
is
yeah,
amazing.
the growers, the gardeners, the growers, the homesteaders, the chicken people,
You're
and
And the
down.
just
lazy days
the
people,
yarn people, the sewing, all the
the mod
activities, and all
father.
the different.
Yep. They're down to earth people. They're our kind of
Yes,
people.
yes, there
This
are kinds of people.
community is the one
Mhm,
thing that I have to say that I am so grateful for. I mean,
mhm,
I started the channel now a little over a year ago,
Mhm.
and not really sure what I was going to do with it. Sherry at Black's Tropical Homestead really
love
encouraged me.
Sherry.
The
Love our
lazy
Sherry.
people, that's it. And I didn't know where I was going to go with this. I have been a urban homesteader for well over a decade now.
Mhm.
The chickens are the newer ish. I can't really say new because I've had them for 3 years now, so I really feel comfortable saying I'm kind of working towards that. I know what I'm doing in the urban setting. But having a community, to kind of like relate to is, this just
You
really
do
has been
now.
such a blessing. I
You
know,
do
it's a
now. You have
blessing, and
it's a
really good
very,
people.
very good.
Yeah, so we are going
Yeah.
to be doing a giveaway, so stay tuned for that.
Oh,
I
that's gonna
just
be
have
All
to
right.
figure
awesome.
out how to do a wheel. I don't
Oh, I
101
know how to
on
do it on
that.
YouTube, but I don't know on Restream.
Okay,
No.
well,
I
I'm going to be doing
Um,
some research on that one. So as soon as I can get that
Okay.
figured out, we are going to
Okay.
do a 500 giveaway.
wow.
And yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I just don't know exactly when, but I know I'm working on. I've been gathering, so
Wow.
we're
We are
we're ready for
gatherers,
that.
aren't we, Glenda?
We are,
We,
we
we are
are.
Well,
gatherers.
I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for being here,
Bye, Anne.
and I'll talk to
Bye,
you
Mom.
later, Lynn.
Yep.
My
Oh,
baby.
Mwah,
What?
bye.
She's
mwah,
my
love
Bye.
you.
little wahine. My little wahine.
Mwah. Yes, I am.
Born
I
in
am your
Honolulu,
Wahine.
Hawaii. Yes.
I was born in Hawaii.
At
Yep.
Rippler Medical
Can,
Center.
can I say
18th
something real
hospital.
quick?
Yeah.
Real quick. Do you know how, everyone, do you know how I found out that Glenda was born? I was in the military and I was in a barracks and they called my name and they said, so and so, my name. You got a phone call in the hallway. That was our phone. And I went there and there was Anne telling me, I've had my little baby girl, my little girl.
And I wanted to tell her, like, I was so excited, and I started to tell her all about it, and she was like, okay,
Well,
okay,
all the details, right, everybody? I wasn't ready.
okay.
I wasn't ready for the
Well, you were
details.
more in the army mindset of like, listen, I don't need to hear about that. I've got a
Yeah.
mission.
I'm a single person. Hey, I'm not ready to get into that
Not
yet.
there.
You don't want
But
to know all
then,
the
Not
very
there.
details.
And
then
at
when
the
I
same
did,
time, my mother
Mhm.
was married to a guy, my dad,
Yeah,
who
we
was
were in
in the
the
army.
we're in the army.
but it
Yeah.
turned around that a little while later, while I'm in the military, I get married. A year later, I have our first son while I'm active duty, and then I'm calling Ann, going Ann, and then from then
And
on,
your
we
husband was in the
related, didn't we, Ann?
Marines. Your
Huh?
husband was in the Marines.
He was a
He
Marine,
was
came over,
Marine, you were
yep, came to my
Army,
branch.
you got
Hmm.
married.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. And then
Strong military
he
community.
he did state, where we live in our state. He did National Guard there too, until his
Mhm.
health. He had a health condition, and he had to leave the military due to a health issue. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And then
anyhow,
my yep.
I'm going to say goodbye, and you can talk.
I'll
Bye.
see you later.
Mhm.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
everybody.
Mom.
Love
Bye.
you. Love
Love you
you.
too.
There we go. I just kind of took her out. Bye.
I know. She's like, where'd you go?
I know she's gone. She's gone. Yeah, and then so for those who don't know, my husband was in the service too, and
Yes.
that's my caregiver. A little. I won 1 year for the Air Force caregiver angel award. No, it was the Guardian Award. I won for the Guardian Award for being a caregiver to my husband, and so that's what that is. And
Um,
so I
Amazing.
probably have that. It was a brother that had made those plaques. So if
Oh,
she ever watches it, I still have my plaque. She was like, I don't know if you'd ever get rid of it. I'm like, no, I won. I couldn't believe I won. I was shocked.
I want you to read what Jesse at
I
Lazy Days
saw
has
that.
offered you.
Thank you. Oh, and you can assist me with the wheel. That would be
Yay!
amazing.
Yay!
I'm reaching out to you because I don't get it. And
I-
but
yeah.
that vanilla. So let's have a talk real quick.
Yes.
I got one. I won one. I voluntold Mr. Grayson Fire. You're getting it. For those who don't know, go back and watch the mail call. I dropped it
Yes.
Christmas morning.
Yes.
So I know you're using your vanilla. I am too. What do you
And
think?
the watermelon jam. I mean, come on.
Without the seeds. Jesse would be here without the seeds. Without the seeds.
There were no seeds in my watermelon jam. It's gone. It's gone.
The
Oh
peach
my gosh.
mango jam
I
too.
know. They're all yummy. But literally with a spoon, someone else in another chat said, it's just like spoon eating. I mean, it's fab. Everything is so yummy.
It
So,
is. It is.
mhm.
That vanilla, yes. And to put a little bit in your coffee, I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
I wanted to make sure Aunt Lynn, you saw that. It says thank you for your
Oh,
service.
thank you. Well,
And Jesse was
I
in the army as well.
yeah.
So and I always say, our service members are our heroes, sorry, our heroes. And I absolutely support each and every single one of them. So if you are a veteran watching my
Oh,
stream,
thank
my
you for your
replay
service.
or here on live, when
Mhm.
I say thank you, I mean it with a grateful heart. Thank you for your
Yes.
service and sacrifice to this country that I so dearly love. I so dearly love. And to our caregivers that are taking care of
Oh, God bless you.
our
Mm,
wounded warriors. I am one myself. You are a hidden hero.
yes.
And I know what this community is like. We stand behind our veterans silently, and too often we are forgotten about. We have needs that are not being met.
Mhm.
I want you to know that there is help. um, Reach out to the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. It is a nonprofit that is very close and dear to my own heart.
Mhm.
There are resources. They are not a hands on direct organization, but they do offer respite care. So if you, it doesn't, and you don't have to be in the program, comprehensive program. I can't remember how this goes.
Yeah.
Program of comprehensive care, the VA caregiver program is how I have to think what the technical term is, but the VA caregiver program. You don't have to be in the VA caregiver program to get respite through the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, and it's also in partnership with the Bob Hope Foundation.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Wow.
definitely reach out to them if you are struggling and you need a break. It is a fabulous program.
And hats off to Bob Hope, going
Mm,
overseas and entertaining our troops and taking
oh my
all
gosh.
taking the current stars of the day, with him, and the troops' morale was boosted, and
Very much so.
I
And there are a
remember
lot of
those.
current people that are doing that now too because of Bob
Yes,
Hope and what he had done. I think of Gary Sinise. I actually got to
yes,
meet him. I was invited to an event in Dallas.
hmm,
I've been twice now, but the first time I got to meet him on the red carpet. Yes, I walked the red carpet for an event. And I got to meet Gary Sinise backstage on the red carpet. And this gentleman holds a very special spot in my heart. He helped a family that I know
mm.
directly with Christmas. And her
Oh,
wounded warrior had passed away in his sleep due to combat injury. And they had 3 kids. And I told her to reach out to TAPS, TAPS. It's a nonprofit organization that helps
hmm,
with our fallen heroes families. And so she
yep.
did. And then one thing led to the next, and he blessed that family with a beautiful Christmas.
Oh,
So, Lieutenant
Lieu-
Dan, yes, he is
Lieutenant Dan.
amazing.
Yes,
And then I also have gotten to meet Tom Hanks, who
yes.
is our spokesman for the Elizabeth Dole Foundation.
Big
And
supporter. Yes.
so I told him, I said, I have a picture with Lieutenant Dan. I need a picture with Forrest Gump. And he obliged. I got to spend 2 days with him.
Hmm.
And he was amazing. We were on the Today Show, not interviewed, but just you could see us right there.
Right.
And he was an incredible. He's a guy. He has a heart for our military, but also for our caregivers, and really getting that campaign out about the Hidden Heroes
Yes.
community. Um, so I can say wonderful things about him. Another one is Chef Robert Irvine.
Oh, Chef Robert. Yes.
Oh my, if you don't
Yes.
know who if you don't know who Chef Robert Irvine is,
You need to
where have
check
you
it out.
been?
Yeah.
Where have you been? He is an English man. He was in the military over in England, but he is now a U.S. citizen. And he has a heart for our veteran community like none other. He is hysterical. So I got to share my caregiver journey. I had my story filmed at our house
Yes.
in 20. I'll make sure I say the right year, 2018. They brought a film crew to the house and filmed it. And then it was played in front of 5,000 people at the American Airlines Skyball Gala. I represented another nonprofit. And so Chef Robert Irvine was backstage and he was listening to our story being played out. And he told my husband, he said, I absolutely love this woman and I love you. And he was
Yeah.
happy cussing. So I can't use the words because I will
No.
get banned on YouTube, but he was happy cussing. And I just, I laughed and I needed a good laugh because part of my story, when I shared it, I started crying on camera. And of course they play that. Of course.
Yeah,
I'm
of
like, why did
course.
they get the ugly tears? Why did you do that? So I was trying not to cry and he was like making me laugh. Like, and I will never forget that. And I just held it out. And then they were like, okay. And here is, and
Yeah.
then they named us and the foundation we were with. And I had to walk out and and not cry. And the gentleman that introduced us, he said, I wish you could see the families backstage because
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
also watching me trying not to cry as I was listening to myself share part of a story that was really difficult in my life.
I'd like to say, I've had an opportunity to watch Glinda. I traveled to a large city with her, and she spoke before a huge crowd. We had lunch, didn't we? They provided
We
lunch,
did. Mm-hmm.
and then you, in fact, some of the speakers were very famous people. Had
Mm-hmm.
that had traumatic situations that were national headlines,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are you giving
Yeah.
all your speech. And
Yep.
I tell you, as an aunt, I tell you what, I about busted that day. I almost
Yeah.
busted at the seams. I had bought a special outfit, to wear and all, and I just about busted that outfit out because I was so proud. Glinda she is full of grace and dignity, and she spoke so wonderfully. And
Well, I
we
appreciate
just had
that.
an awesome day, didn't we?
We did, and I appreciated your support that day. You were the
Oh,
first
I said
family
I'm
member that
going.
had
I'm
well,
going.
you were the first one that ever heard me give a speech
I
before,
know.
and
And there were hundreds
having that
there.
support meant a lot.
There were
Yeah,
hundreds of people there, and they were
yeah,
professional people to boot.
mhm,
It was
yeah,
like just
very.
went up there, and
Mhm.
I'm so proud of you. And I continue
Thank
to be.
you.
And
Well,
I do
thank you.
want to say, we're going to get out maybe this week or next, aren't we? And we're going to go to
Yeah,
one of our favorite thrift stores in a town away
I
from here.
know.
And
I know. We've been talking
my
about it.
my son wants to come. What do you think, your cousin?
I think he needs to come because he introduced me to that antique store.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what? I mean, now Huga Homestead, if you're still here,
Oh, yes.
because I mean, you know which one I'm talking about. We've been there. We're not that far from each other,
No, and we're going back there either this week or
and
next.
I think we're it's a really pretty little town
Oh,
too. I mean, it's a sweet
well, your cousin
little.
he lived there for 2 years.
Hmm.
He lived downtown of that town, of that small town. He lived downtown.
Hmm.
Um, I have great memories
Hmm.
of that, and I love that town. When he left to go to Oklahoma. Um, my mom said, you'll never want to go back because it'll make you sad. You know what? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That has been a place that has endeared itself to my heart. And I told my son that we ate at one of his restaurants that he recommends. Remember the pizza?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, let's take Mr. Grayson Fire.
Well, let's just take the whole crew.
He's Let's
Come on,
go
we'll take
because
Mama, Mama and Bubba. We'll just take
let's
them
do
all.
it. Let's do it because I'll tell you what, that pizza place was
Oh,
off the charts.
yes, it
Off
was.
the charts.
Oh,
So
and
good.
okay, and look, we have someone in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Wendy. Wendy said she's in
Yes.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of antique stores in Bethry. Okay. I wonder
oh,
if your son knew about that.
Well, let me tell you where we went. We were connected to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma for many, many years. There is a college, a Bible college there, and my parents went there, and then my son went there, and he graduated 30 years to the date from their
I didn't know it
graduation.
says to the day.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
was 30
gosh, I
years.
had no idea. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, I had no
they
idea.
yep, they graduated 30 years apart. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh, I had
Yeah.
no idea.
And then I went to Tulsa every other year. I used to go
Mhm.
to Tulsa for years and years. I went every other year to a large meeting convention. So yeah, I
Wow.
really like Tulsa, Broken Arrow. We have a good friend in Shoto. Shoto. Yeah.
Oh, is that okay? I didn't realize there. Okay. Oh, neat. Broken
Oh,
Arrow is
it's
gorgeous.
grown now. See, when I originally went to Broken Arrow, it was very small, and we lived. I've lived in Broken Arrow, two times, and it was small. Now it is large. Yes, and the last time I was there, it is a very pretty place. Absolutely.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really pretty. I mean, there's so many pretty little
Ah,
cities all over. I mean,
you know,
just and this one that
America.
we go to.
Right.
Mhm.
America is. I mean, come on. America has such a variety to offer. We are blessed to live here. And I watched
Mhm.
a show today on Tombstone, Arizona. I
I've been
immediately
there.
I know I have to tell you, I immediately said homes for sale, Tombstone, Arizona. I had to check it out.
I
I
don't know
had
if
to,
I'd ever
girl.
live in that's okay. I don't know that
No,
I would ever live in Tombstone. I have no desire. I
it didn't look
visited
like it.
Tombstone.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those okay, so okay, let me think. How do I want to put it to you? For me, it was too touristy,
Yes.
and I didn't. I was hoping it would be more Wild West,
Oh,
right?
great. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
got there, and um, it was very touristy, very like not what you, not in my brain what I thought it was.
Right.
And
Right.
there's so many other places like that the old westerns were filmed at that people
Hmm.
don't realize. Like there is Old Tucson, which was used to be an old recording studio, like a filming studio, and it's absolutely really cool place to go visit. And then the actual movie Tombstone, part of it was filmed in Sabino Canyon. And I used to take my kids to Sabino Canyon all the time. We'd go on walks and do all kinds of wonderful things at Sabino Canyon. I mean,
Well,
it
I
was
have to.
just
Oh, I'm
yeah,
so
too I
good.
agree with that. I agree with this. Too commercialized. And I we ate there. I took mom actually. We took them when they came to visit us.
Yes, you did.
And
Yes.
it
Yes.
was one of those places that I just don't know if I have no desire to go back. Now Tucson in a
I
heartbeat.
know. I know.
In
I know.
a heart I did not want to leave that place. I
Mhm.
absolutely I had personal reasons why we
Yes.
left, but
Yes.
I absolutely did not want to leave Tucson. It was the prettiest place I ever lived, and I loved the bike paths that were there, the walking
Mhm.
paths. I gained
Mhm.
so much weight moving home.
Yeah. Well, the weather.
So I
Well.
want to take everybody with me and like let's move, like
Well.
can we
And
uproot
the
you too, Grandma? You'd
right.
love this place, Grandma.
Your son had very much allergies here.
He did
We
here.
live in a very high sinus crud area.
Hmm. Yeah, he's
Oh,
kind of.
I miss
Welcome,
living in
Brampton
Boca Raton.
Garden. Hey, hey,
Ooh,
hey,
hi,
girl.
hi, hi, Brampton Garden. Oh, yes.
But
My
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
My son just went to Tampa for a visit, and
Yeah,
he said it was kind of hard to come back here after being in Tampa.
yeah, and Guthrie. I miss. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. So when we lived in Tucson, I think it was Transformers 2. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2. It's one of the 2 movies, but I think it was 2, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken, was being filmed right where like my husband could go to work and he could
Yes.
see the film crew at what's called AMARC. Look it up, AMARC. It's where they mothball all the jets and planes.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes. Yes.
they were actually in AMARC side filming for uh, Transformers. And so my husband said, yeah, every day I'd go in, I'd be watching them. And you could just go up and watch, but now they wouldn't let you into the area. You have to have special security
Yeah.
clearance. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah.
the film studio also had gotten it too. But yeah, it was Transformers. Let's see here. What was this one? Oh, Rochelle missing all the, oh yeah. um, so yeah, but I'll tell you, I loved it there. And then I met Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. She's an
Yes.
anchor,
Yes.
and I met her actually when I met Tom. I met her because being part
Mhm.
of the Today Show,
Uh-huh.
and she said I read your bio and I read that you were last. You know, your last place was in
Yes.
Tucson before you moved to where you're at now.
Yes. Yes.
And she said, "What did you think of Tucson?"
Mhm.
And I said, to be honest with you, I said, it is a city, but people are so friendly there. They're so
Mhm.
kind there. You don't
Mm.
feel like you're in a city. You feel like you're in a town. And she went, that's what I tell everybody because she's from Tucson.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yes.
that's
And
awesome.
I'm not going to say where, but
Yes.
her in-laws live 20 minutes from me.
Wow.
She told me that. And I went, you mean to tell me you come through my area? She goes, I actually know your city.
Your current city?
My current city. She knows my
Wow.
current. Yeah, because
Wow.
she visits her in-laws.
Wow.
She
That's
didn't tell me it was
awesome.
mother-in-law or sister-in-law, but she just said in-laws. Let me make that clear too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
so she told me, and I went, oh my goodness. Oh
Well,
my goodness.
maybe it's going to be in the town or the city that we're going to visit soon. Who knows?
Not that one. Not
Oh,
that one.
okay. Oh,
Actually, not too far from that city, Kat Von D bought a house. You know who Kat
oh
Von
yeah.
D is?
Yeah.
A
Tattoos.
tattoo
I'm
artist.
sorry, say
Yeah.
tattoo artist.
Yeah,
Right. I
I
used
saw
to
that
watch
in
her.
the newspaper. We
Oh,
love the
we
RV
love.
parks. We
Oh, we
stayed there
did.
at Tucson. So when
Oh.
we lived at Davis Monthan Air Force Base
Mhm.
is where we were at. And in the wintertime, the RV parks were always full.
Yes.
And I, it's so funny. Okay, this is my funny story. So I'm going to speak a little bit in military. So we shopped at the commissary, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
everybody in the winter, commissary is a grocery store. Everybody and their brother would be in the commissary
Yeah.
during the winter because the RV parks were full. I got
Mhm.
ran over with the shopping cart, and I'm like, these retaillees are
I
running me
know.
over.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I cannot stand this. I just want to go grocery shopping and I want to get home. So
Nope.
now that my husband is retired, I asked him one time, I said, does that mean I can take my cart and run it into the youngins during, like
No,
when
it
we're
does
supposed
not.
to?
You're too young. You're too young to run him over. I can run him over, but not you.
I can't see. Let me just bump into you. But I had
Well,
bruises.
speaking of that, I that would be a great trip because we can go on that major place now where there's a commissary.
Yes, you can.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
can. Yeah, you can.
been years since I've been there. But now we can
Yes,
actually
you
go
can.
in there and shop and
Hmm.
eat at the restaurants right there in that little area,
Yep.
like,
Hmm.
all the restaurants.
Yep. Yep. You sure can. We just need to make a trip of it and go do some grocery
I
shopping
know
because
that'd
that's
be
where I
kind of like
actually do my
be kind
grocery
of fun.
shopping.
Well,
Hmm.
that and then the PX, I call it PX,
Hmm. Well,
where
it
you
is
can
the
buy your,
PX.
well, I mean,
You're talking
like
about
the,
Fort Knox, Kentucky. Yep,
yeah, I'm
Fort
talking about
Knox.
Fort Knox. And
Actually, and Jesse was stationed there. He did his basic training.
well, I went with, I accompanied your mother when your father graduated from basic training there. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Let's drop the mic there. Yes, he was stationed at Fort Knox.
I have
Yes.
been to Fort Knox. Like I said, I was there for a graduation, and yep,
Yeah.
been there. Stayed in the hotel. Hotel. Stayed in the hotel
Billeting.
there.
Billeting.
Yeah, I stayed there,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then I've been back, visited.
Mhm.
Patton Museum was there,
The
right?
Patton Museum, and they've
And
expanded that. That is a
well,
really it's open to the public, I think,
uh
since
but
COVID. I'm
they
not
took
sure.
Patton's
Check
army,
online,
right?
but
But
mhm,
Patton's army is no longer there. Isn't that right?
mm-mm. Yeah, that's correct. It's not although it seems like they're getting ready to ramp it up. At one point, I thought it was gonna close,
Oh, Jesse
but,
was wow when
while
they
they
were
filmed
filming
Stripes.
Stripes.
It's
Wow.
interesting how that they use the military bases to do some filming because, like I said, I was there for Transformers and Tucson,
Well,
and it's interesting.
when I was in Fort Lewis, no, back up. I was down south taking doing um, my training, my anyway. We would go in and we would watch MASH.
Mhm.
Us military people, we had to watch MASH.
Yeah.
On TV though, because that was really strange. We're in the military, but we're watching MASH.
Yeah, I could see that being strange. I mean,
Yeah.
I used to watch MASH growing up.
And
Yeah, he did
well,
AIT there as well.
yeah. Oh,
He did
there you
his
go.
AIT. Mhm.
And then
Yeah,
another
mine
thing. Uh huh.
mhm. Oh,
I
no, I was gonna say I've been to the basic training or, yeah, the graduation at Lackland. In fact, a year
oh
ago
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
what am I saying? It was 2016. Let me get this correct because I'm getting confused on my dates. 2016 this week. That's what I'm trying to say. I
Yeah.
was at Lackland. I have no idea whose basic training graduation, but I was there with a group of caregivers and I'd never been to a basic training graduation and I got to
Oh
go and
yeah.
actually this week in 2016 I was there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your grandfather hated
Yeah.
MASH,
MASH. Yeah. Now
thought
I
it
watched
made a
it.
mockery of the army. Yeah, I
Now, I
agree.
will say there was a movie that came out called Catch 22. Now, that
Mhm.
was a horrible, terrible movie. I can't actually say have seen the original MASH movie very often, maybe twice in my whole lifetime. No, I was not a big fan of the movie now. You're not a
Right.
fan of the movie, um, and not a fan of that other movie I just said. But the series, I guess I got caught up because they were just. I was young, and those actors were young and good looking at the time, and that's probably
Right.
why I got caught watching. It was because of the guys in the uniform. Sorry.
Right. 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 I mean, I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
I did. I was stationed down south, and talking about one time I walked in the barracks, and I was down south, and they were passing around. They were all acting stupid, and they were passing around little glasses like this, and it had this clear liquid in there.
What was in it? Was it
I'm
alcohol?
down south. I'm down south when NASCAR started.
Oh.
Moonshine got in our barracks.
Oh, I was like, which one did you get?
Mountain Dew
Moonshine.
got in our barracks, and I walked in, and my gosh, sakes alive, they were only drinking like that much of that clear moonshine, and they were out of their minds. I didn't even. I said to myself, I don't want that. You could drink that much and probably kill a person. So it was like I did not even partake of that moonshine.
I'm glad it wasn't this.
Let me see here. I got
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
probably
You were a
just make
young
you melt.
lady in the army. A young lady in the army. I'm glad they didn't pass tequila around. Oh my
I
gosh.
know.
I never was in the military, but I was a spouse, and
And
there's
child
a
and the child.
yeah, and child. Uh-huh. But so there's a comedian out there, and I don't know why my brain went to this, but if you don't know who Ashley Gutermuth, Gutermuth, comedian, she's married to an Air Force officer.
Okay.
But
Oh
you don't
yes,
ever
yes, yes,
see
yes.
you don't ever see him, okay?
Mhm.
But she has a funny haircut. Everybody thinks that she's not married to a guy, but she actually is. I've
She
seen
has a
pictures.
buzz haircut. Let's face it.
She has a buzz haircut. People judge. I'm like, why are you judging? It's just hair.
She's
But anyhow,
gorgeous, gorgeous
I
girl.
I don't
Hmm.
I don't get it. But anyhow, if you are a military spouse or you know somebody who has been, look her up on YouTube, because I am telling you, she did this thing about why they say military spouses cheat on their husbands while they're deployed.
Hmm.
I never cheated on my husband while he's
No,
deployed. I only
no.
cheat on him when he's at home, because, if he's missing it, then that's his own fault. And I'm like,
Say
right
her name
there.
again.
Her name
Tell her.
is Ashley, Ashley Gutermuth, Gutermuth, and then
You've got me
comedian.
watching her.
She
You've got
she
me. Yeah.
she cracks me. All this, like, the things that she says,
Hmm.
old military spouse versus new military spouse. I laugh. And then the retiree, there's one about the retiree spouse, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. Wait till he does retire, and then your comedy is going to go off the chart, because
Mm.
that's even funnier. But
She's really great.
but
I
yeah,
really enjoy
if you
her
need a
stuff.
good laugh, if you need a good laugh and you're a military spouse, because too often we're called the dependopotamus. I'm like, okay, that's the
Okay.
nickname. Yeah, it's derogatory. Dependopotamus.
Guess
So
what's
yes,
happening
thank
here?
you.
Thank
That's
you,
it.
Tiff.
Gutermuth.
Guess what's happening at my house right now?
What is happening?
I can smell roast beef in a crock pot with garlic and onions cooking.
Excuse me. Excuse. And Jen works well. Yes,
Yeah.
it
It it's smelling good in my house.
does.
Oh,
See,
okay.
and Wendy, you need a
Yep.
good laugh. Like, go check out.
Check her out. Yeah.
Thank you. Check out Ashley Gutermuth. You will laugh your butt off. I went to the doctor's office. We're not in the military community where we're at, but I went
Right.
into the doctor's office, and the receptionist, her daughter married somebody in the military. I said, how's it going? And she's like, oh my gosh. She said, it's been rough. And I'm like, send her Ashley Gutermuth. And she's also on TikTok as well. And so now, younger generation, they're more TikTok. And they're on TikTok
Yes. Yes.
too, but younger generation. So I actually heard back, and it made her smile.
Good. Good.
Definitely
Well,
go
if
check it out.
yeah. Now, I know, Glenda, we've got to get going, but I want to say if you
Yes,
need another good laugh, because somebody, we need a good laugh.
yes,
I'll
we
just
need
put
good
the plug.
laughs.
I'll put a plug in for my memo. My memo just did a couple videos, and and
Noah,
Bubba and Bubba was
what the
there. So
heck is on? She was cutting, and the blink button was going.
oh, just a minute, Glenda, your internet it is skipping.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, it just started.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I guess it's getting to be time to go. But if they
All
want to
right.
go over to the Ann Lynn show, you can see our memo is doing an advertisement, and Bubba comes in, and it's just for fun. For fun, go watch Memo.
Yes, yes. So anyhow, okay, making a message just in case. I don't know what's going on with the internet, so I'm gonna go ahead
Yes,
and we're
and
gonna say
thank you
goodbye.
all. Yeah, thank you all. And Glenda, thank you for inviting your mom, Anne, and myself to your program today. You have just the most awesome group of people, and we greatly do appreciate each one of you. of your people, and they're becoming our people. Because I get in there, I get to go into your people now and subscribe to all your people.
You're
My
part of,
list
what
is
do you
going
mean
like,
they're your people? What do you mean your people? You are part
they're
of your
our
people.
people now. They're our people because I have a large, long list of. I'm
This is an
subscribed to
amazing
everyone
group.
in here.
This is an
Hmm?
amazing group. And this is an amazing group.
Amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. So I want to
Amazing.
say love to all
When
of
I need love,
you.
I come here. When I need love, family, I come here because you are all truly family. And sometimes I need a hug. We all need a hug.
Yes, yes, yes. And whose people am I? You're ours. You're ours. This is family. I
Sorry, you
agree.
got
I
us.
agree.
Better.
You got us. You got us.
You got us.
You're in. You're in. All right, you guys.
Love
We
you
look
all. Thank you.
the giveaway that I'm going to be doing. I'll announce more details as I get that figured out. Thank you, Jesse, father,
Thank you, Jessica.
best mother,
Yes.
father. I appreciate, and thank you for everybody stopping in. Make sure you like, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.